Y'all ready? It's draft day, guys. It's the big day, guys. It's the day we've all been waiting for since October of last year as New York Giant fans. Who are we going to take? Who are we going to take? And we're going to find out very soon. Stand up, New York Giant fans. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on, Nick? What's going on, Guillermo in the house? What's going on, Coach? What's going on, Hakeem, diehard Giants fan? Elements, Christian, Pena, JP King, Aiden in the house, the untalented Isaiah, Ethan, Joel, Peter Bibby, Last Jedi, Amar, thank you guys for being here, John in the house, Jawad in the house. We got Giants Nation in the house, and if you guys are not aware, I will be live tonight on Bad Dogs for day 1 at 7. Draft's going to start at 8. Link in the description below in case you don't know who Bad Dog is. And then day 2 and 3 is going to be here. I'll probably also do a midday stream tomorrow before day 2. Because we all got football in our mind. We all can't wait for it to get here. And we all want to talk about all the rumors that are leaking. And I'm sure tomorrow we'll be talking about the players that are available and who we want the New York Giants to take based off of what they do today. And today they're going to have a lot of options. At number 4, they could stay there. They could take the tackle. They could take Isaiah Simmons. I don't even want to bring up the other possibilities. Then they have the potential to potentially trade down. We've all heard about the Yannick rumors. They could trade down with the Chargers. They could trade down with the Dolphins. I don't know what's going to happen. We're hearing rumors that the Lions are looking to trade down. That could affect the Giants trade market. So we're going to find out very soon how it's all going to play out. But thank you to everybody that always shows support. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. What's going on, JXM? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the midday. Hopefully, I'm sure a lot of people took off work today, being that we got the draft coming up. But thank you guys for being here. Yannick to the... Oh, Dayman, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I really appreciate it. He says, apparently the Raiders and the Jaguars are close to a Yannick trade. Oakland gets Yannick and the Jags get the 19th pick. Dayman, yeah, that rumor leaked last night. And I talked about it with people in my Discord after, and I thought about it. I'm calling nonsense on that trade. I am calling complete nonsense on that trade. I don't think they could get the 19th pick for him. I think the Jaguars are leaking that to try to drive up the drive up the trade market. Because let's think of it from a Raiders perspective. The Raiders have pretty good pass rushers as is. They got pretty good pass rushers as is. And they could draft a guy like K'Lavon Chaisson at 19. Why would you give up the 19th pick to pay Yannick Ngakoue $20 million when he's forcing his way out of Jacksonville and they have no leverage? I think Jacksonville's falsifying that, and I think it's nonsense. I think it's smoke. I think they're trying to get teams to give them more than what they're getting offered. Rickson, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, if it's Simmons or an offensive tackle, I'm going to lose it. I think we're all going to be super excited either way. Simmons is definitely the more exciting player, and I think most of us agree that the offensive tackle is the bigger need. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be happy either way. You guys all know my preference. I've said it now for 3-4 months. Tackle's the way to go for me. But matter of fact, I've been saying it since the Jet game. Did a video on it. You go back and look. When we played the Jets, I made a video and said we cannot do to Daniel Jones what the Jets did to Sam Darnold year 2. And they didn't address the offensive line in the draft. Instead, they went with defense in the first round. And that was my mindset then. That's my mindset now. But I'm not going to be upset if we take Isaiah Simmons. DB, no, none of that talk. What's going on, Gary? Thanks for popping in the stream. Chris, what is the link to the Discord? If somebody from my Discord could pop that link, I'd appreciate that. We should all do a football prayer. Yeah, we'll do a football prayer at the end of the stream. Which tackle? I prefer Wills, but I personally think it's either going to be Wills or Wirfs. I would slightly favor Wirfs. I'm not saying I would pick Wirfs. I know Wills right now is the favorite. I'm leaning more Wirfs. I thought it was going to be Wirfs for a while. Then we got late smoke towards the end that it could be Wills. I'm leaning Wirfs, but it definitely could be Wills as well. And don't forget about Andrew Thomas. Andrew Thomas is still a dark horse for me because the Giants haven't talked about him. And Isaiah Simmons just don't play. Stephen Lilly, all the way from across the pond with the $5 donation. He says, I heard a rumor a certain ex-cable guy gonna mess up the Redskins cable. So they draft no one and we get that is beyond true. I already terminated their cable. I went up on the poll and their internet's not gonna work tonight. So they're not going to get the pick in after 15 minutes. Yes, my Jets did Sam Darnold a disservice. Don't go down that route. Guillermo, man, I'm not trying to knock the Jets, man, but you got to learn from the New York Jets' mistakes, in my opinion. I said it right after the draft last year. I said you guys should have addressed that offensive line. You didn't do it. And some of it's due to the fact that he's kissing people with mono, but Sam Darnold struggled mightily. You brought in Le'Veon Bell. You couldn't block. We have the same situation. We spent the second overall pick on a running back. We can't block. We got a second-year quarterback learning a new offense like you did. You didn't address it. Giants can't make that same mistake. That's my opinion. Hot Nichols, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I really appreciate it. He says, let's talk about why Thomas is a dark horse. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know why Andrew Thomas is a dark horse. Andrew Thomas has done nothing wrong other than, I think, get maybe more eyes on him because people might have been looking for faults because he was the consensus number 2 prospect in this draft. And the only theory, one of the theories I came up with was that Wirfs and Wills and Becton impressed people so much that it got tighter. Thomas they thought was far and away. Maybe those guys were better than people anticipated, but Thomas did nothing wrong. J-Man, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I really appreciate it. He says, is it really worth not getting the offensive tackle you want by trading down? It's a great point. And you're right. The only way you trade down if you're the Giants, first off, it's going to be dependent on what the Dolphins do. If they honestly, in their hearts, feel the Dolphins are taking an offensive tackle, and if the Dolphins trade up, like people are saying they're going to, and they take a tackle at 3, if the Giants want a tackle, they're not trading down. They're taking the tackle there at 4. If the Giants if they're Wills or Wirfs, and they're like, we don't know, and they really feel they could get one of the 2 at 9, you trade down, you get more draft capital. It's gonna depend, on how they feel. If there is one offensive tackle far and away above the rest for them, it's kind of like a quarterback. You take your tackle there. You don't mess around. So it's gonna come down to how they evaluated the position if they're going tackle. Clay and Farrell, thank you so much, man, for the $1 I appreciate that. Chris, what color? Oh God, why do you guys keep asking me that? They're interviewing at noon on draft day. That's how you know people are excited. I appreciate everybody for being here. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. Trade down's always been the best case scenario. It's always been the best case scenario. Whether we're taking Simmons, whether we're taking the tackle. For months, that's been the best case scenario. But you got to find a dance partner. And we may not know. Right now you're not hearing anything leaked, but we may not know if there's a dance partner yet because teams are waiting to see what happens with Detroit. So if Detroit stands pat, we may have that trade partner. If Detroit makes the trade, we may not. So if you're a fan in favor of trading down, I think most Giant fans are, in my opinion, you should be hoping Detroit stands pat at 3 and takes Jeff Okudah. From what I've heard on ESPN and read online, Detroit is very close on 3 prospects. They're very close on Simmons, they're very close on Okudah, they're very close on Brown, and they don't want to have to differentiate. They're trying to trade down at all costs. But we'll see. Hopefully they don't. I think it opens up more avenues for the New York Giants if they don't. I think we're going to get worse too. I've thought we're going to get worse for a couple of months. Isaiah, I'll see you soon, buddy. Who are we taking in the second round? I mean, it's hard for me to say. It depends on who's there. I have said that I think the Giants are definitely high on Matt Hennessy. I think that would be a little early to take him. They might look to trade down, but I definitely think Hennessy's in play in the second round. Ruiz, if he's there, I think they would probably take. At the center position, if you're going defense, Antoine Winfield, the safety, Bourne is a possibility. The edge rusher, Matos is a possibility. He's got ties to the defensive end coach. If Patrick Queen falls, he's a possibility. It depends on who's there. I don't think we're going wide receiver. Barboski, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. He says, whether it's Simmons or a tackle, the rest of the draft has to be a home run. Hoping we use some of those 7th round picks to move up to the mid-rounds. Great call. And I think they're going to. I think they're going to. I don't think the Giants will use all 10 picks. I think maybe they'll couple the 5th and 2 7ths, move up to an early 4th. They'll do something, I think, with those picks to move up and get an extra asset. Who knows where it'll be, but I could see them trading down and trading up in the same draft. I could see it for sure. And Hot Nichols, man, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He said, I heard that Detroit was taking Brown, hashtag fake news. I wouldn't be shocked if they take him. I don't think they'll take him at 3. But I wouldn't be shocked if Detroit trades down to 5 and takes him. They do need an interior presence on that defensive line. I still think they're leaning Okudah, but I wouldn't be shocked if they took him. I think I'd be shocked if they took him at 3, though. Oh, Rudy, man, thank you so much, man, for the $2 donation. It is $2 and hope for 2 first-round picks via trades. There you go. Rudy T's been with me forever. Always like to shout him out whenever I can. One of my best. And, yeah, I would love 2 first-round picks. Address 2 needs, man, whether it's 2 hog mollies, whether it's Simmons and a tackle, whether it's Simmons and Ruiz. Address 2 needs. I would love it, especially if you could trade down. I don't want to have to trade up to get that second first. That's just my opinion because we don't pick till 99 after that, and you're going to give up you're probably going to give up 99 if you want to trade up. Then you're not picking till 110. So, if anything, if I'm the Giants, I'm looking to trade down and get more assets. But if you could trade down out of 4 rather, and get multiple first-round picks that way, I'm all ears. And John Dunham, man, thanks for the love, man. $5 donation. He says, hey, dude, happy draft day. Looking forward to seeing who every team gets. Yeah, I mean, it's not just the Giants I'm excited about. I'm excited to see how it all unfolds. And, of course, we're paying attention to every pick. After the Giants pick, obviously the next 6, 7, 8 teams, whatever. But if we don't trade down, we pick at 4. Once we get to 15, 16, then we're going to have our favorites. We're going to have the guys that we're hoping get to that second round. Is Ruiz going here? Is he going here? Is he once you get to 26, 27, Ruiz is still there. Is he going to make it to day 2? And that's going to be exciting for us as well. Josh Satori with the $5 donation. Thank you so much. He says, Dolphins are trying to get the 3 pick, the package 3 and 5 to get number 1 overall per Mike Floyd. These rumors are out of control. That is a new one. If that is true, that obviously means they're all about Joe Burrow. And the Bengals, if they were to do that, they still get Tua with 3. They still get Okudah probably with 5. If that trade were to happen, that would be insane, Josh. That would be insane. That's something I never even thought about. And every day there's new possibilities. This draft, I'll say this right now. This draft, more so than any other, in recent history, I think there's been more trade speculation than anyone in recent memory. And I think the reason for it, pre-draft, is because of the, obviously what's going on. Because it's going to be hard for them to orchestrate trades when the draft starts. Jay, man, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, is 1 second really enough from the Jags? Not enough. Is 1 second really enough from the Jags? What do you mean, if we're trading down with the Jags? Well, if we went from 4 to 9, you're also getting Yannick. You got to factor that in, but we're taking on his contract. And after that, I don't. Maybe you get a second. That was the rumor. You get 40. I forgot what it was, but I think that's fair draft compensation. I mean, you're taking on the contract, but you're still probably going to get your guy that you're hoping at least to get your guy you would have gotten at 4 at 9. You're getting an extra second round pick, and you're getting Yannick Ngakoue, but you're taking on the contract. Let's see what we got here. Oh, thank you so much, Donald, for the $5 donation. He says, every year it seems a team trades into the top 5 and gives up a lot, except the year we want to trade down. I do think somebody's going to trade into the top 5, or at least the top. Maybe the Dolphins go from 5 to 3, but I think there'll be a trade from within the top 5. I just don't know if the Giants are in the right spot to get the trade done. I think, like I've said this entire offseason, I think the Lions are in a much better situation to trade out of it than we are. Same with the Redskins. I just never thought the Redskins would trade. I thought Detroit would be the team that would trade. And we still may trade as well, but I don't think our trade goes through, if it does at all, if we have one, until after Detroit is on the clock and either makes their selection or trades out, because the team we're going to be trading with is going to want to know what's available at 4. So that's why I don't think you're going to hear anything pre-draft with the Giants. You might hear something pre-draft with the Lions, but even them you probably won't, just based on the off chance that the Bengals or the Redskins could trade out. So we're not going to know until we're on the clock, guys. And it's going to be crazy, though. And John, man, thank you so much for the $5 donation. He says, also hope my Eagles trade up. I feel like they are. I want CeeDee Lamb. John, I agree with you. I think the Eagles are trading up. They're one of the most likely teams, in my opinion, to trade up in the first round. Everything you've heard about them, they want one of the top 3 wide receivers in this draft. They're picking at 21. They're not getting one there. For them to, they have to, and the team that makes the most sense is the San Francisco 49ers. 49ers have no picks until the 5th round after their first 2 picks in the first. They want to get more assets. The Eagles could give it to them. Eagles jump from 21 to 13. They get their receiver. The Niners drop to 21. They probably get an extra second-round pick, and then who knows where they go with that. They could even trade down from 31, get more assets that way. But I think the Niners-Eagles trade makes a lot of sense for me. I could definitely see that. But thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it. And, thank you so much. I hope I'm saying this right. Fail alarm. Thank you for the $5 donation. I really appreciate it. Sitting out here in my backyard in Germany, enjoying your stream. Very excited to improve our team today. Do you think it's most likely we stay at 4? Yes. I definitely think we could trade down, and thank you for the love. I appreciate it all the way from Germany. I do think we could definitely trade down, but I was, based on the things I'm hearing and reading, I would say 75-80% we're staying at 4. Still a possibility we could trade down, but I was more 50-50, maybe 55-45 that we'd stay. Now I'm more like 75-80 we'll stay, but we won't know. We won't know until the draft starts. Something might happen, but I'm leaning more we're going to stay at 4. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. And $2 donation. Central Coast Climber in the house, man. One of my best. Says Jags have never traded up in the first round and the Giants have never traded. Well, Gettleman has never traded down. There's a first for everything. And I'm not saying it's going to happen. I do think you guys are desperate to trade Yannick, though. And maybe that wouldn't be the trade. Maybe you trade him for something else if it's with the Giants. But might not be with the Giants. Might be with somebody else. And maybe you don't trade him. But I think the best course of action for the Jaguars would be to trade him. Thank you for being a great subscriber, Triple C. Cushmaster, what's going on, Cushmaster? How you doing, buddy? $2 donation says, let's hope the Eagles get a punter. And I hope the Eagles get a punter in the first round, long snapper in the second round, kicker in the third round. I think that would be the best course of action. I think that's what the Eagles should do, Cushmaster. Thank you to everybody for being here. And by the way, Bad Dog's link in the description below. I will be live during the draft on his channel for anybody popping in. That'll start at 7 o'clock. So going over there, sub him up after the stream, whatever. I'll probably be live till like 3:30 or so. And then I'm going to take like a 3.5 hour break. I'll be live with Bad Dog at 7. We'll go to the end of the night. Then I'll have a video up talking about the pick. I'm sure I'll have a reaction video as well. Big day for the New York Giants. Big day. And I'm excited about it. Miguel is the man. I got that Miguel on the channel, man. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. He did a great job. He was the guy that suggested having subs on the channel. I'm going to start that up again after the draft. I'll probably, maybe a week after the draft because we're going to have to recap everything. But I'm going to start that back up a week after the draft as well. I've had a lot of fun doing that. $5 donation. He says Simmons because of popularity, Hennessy because of hometown popularity, and Winfield because of household name. That's the money right there. My dream picks. I would love Hennessy at 99. I don't think it's going to happen. But, like I said, weirder things have happened. You don't know. But there's been a lot of buzz around Hennessy. I think Hennessy's going to go in the second round. But I think 36 is too early. I would love if the Giants could trade down and get him. I don't think he's getting a 99. But I could be wrong. He might go early third. He might go late second. I don't think he's getting a 99. I like Winfield a lot, especially if we could trade down and get an extra pick in the second round or an extra pick in the first round. I'm completely for taking Winfield in that instance. If we can't, I'd much rather address the center earlier. But I do like Winfield a lot. I think he would fit a need of ours for sure. Thank you for the love, man. I appreciate it. Jordan, man, thanks so much for the love, man. $5 donation. He says, I'm going to write a letter to the NFL every day for the next year, Shawshank style, to have you announce the Giants draft pick next year. Stand up! And that is what I would do at the podium. That is what I would do at the podium at the draft if I did get the opportunity to announce the pick. Thank you for the love, man. Michael Sachs, man, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for the love. $5 donation. Don't be surprised if my Saints trade up, though. How far they will trade up so we can lock to a top linebacker or wide receiver. Good luck to the Giants. I appreciate that. And Michael Sachs, how about this? That's possible. I don't think you trade up for a wide receiver because you guys got a wide receiver. But how about you trade up for a quarterback? Is that out of the line of possibility? You guys are picking at 24. Drew Brees is up there in age. Taysom Hill, do you really trust him as the future quarterback? He's over 30 years old. To me, he's not a traditional quarterback. What if Tua is falling? What if you guys like Jordan Love? Saints could move up. They could jump the Patriots to make sure they get their quarterback. So that's definitely a possibility as well. Thank you for the love. And what do we got here? Rosno Tapia. I think I pronounced that right. $5 donation. Where would you rank Trevor Lawrence if he was in this draft tanking for Trevor? It's tough to put anybody over Tua right now. It's close, neck and neck. Definitely at least second. definitely at least second. Him and Burrow are neck and neck. It's close, but he's definitely above everybody else in my opinion, especially when you factor into his injury history. Hot Nichols, thank you so much for the $2 donation. We're not talking about D Brown coming here. No, get him the hell away from my stream. I don't want to see DB anywhere near my stream, anywhere near a New York Giants uniform, especially if we're picking at 4. No. What's going on, Tyler? Thanks for popping in the stream. I'm the best tackle in the... Jedrick Wills just popped into the chat. He said, I'm the best tackle in the draft. Jedrick Wills is confident. Jedrick Wills is confident, man, and he should be. You know, a lot of people feel he is the best tackle in this draft, and I'd be very happy if we end up with Jedrick Wills tonight. No doubt about it. You're going to see me very happy if we end up with you on draft night, Mr. Wills. Let's see what we got here. Chris, you need to be shirtless. No shirtless. No shirtless. No shirtless for the NFL draft. Imagine CeeDee Lamb or D Brown. We would at least get another D. Yeah, you would. But I don't want that. I'll tell you what right now. I am not going to flip out that much regardless of what they do. I'm definitely going to be upset, though, and I'm definitely going to rant. Especially if they think that. I don't think it's going to happen, though. I really don't. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to think about it. I want to think Simmons or a tackle. Nothing else. Simmons, tackle. Simmons, tackle. That's it. And spike that like Dire Giants fan. I appreciate that. Big Drake says, continue to do a Knicks draft so LaMelo can pop in the draft, too. I will probably be doing a Knicks draft. I probably will be doing a Knicks draft. That'll be fun to do. I probably will do that. JG's, man, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Great subscriber of mine all the way from Houston. And hope you're doing well out there. Hope everybody's staying safe, by the way. Should have said that at the beginning of the stream. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. He says, yo, it's draft day. Somehow, someway, I want to see moving down for a tackle and the next best backer. I love Simmons, but tackle is too important. Listen, man. I'm completely with you. I love Simmons, too. I said, one of my subscribers said it. I forgot who said it. My heart wants Simmons. My brain wants a tackle. My brain realized we got a second-year quarterback and a new offense with an offense that needs more time to throw the football. It's a vertical passing offense. That's what it's about. That's just my mindset, man. And last year he got hit more than any quarterback in football in terms of pressures from the tackle position. He got sacked 38 times in only 12 starts. He got hurt. I want to make sure we can protect Daniel Jones, and I want to build around Saquon Barkley. Need running holes. So that's my mindset. That's been my mindset from the start. Blue Jackets Talk, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I really appreciate it. I have a gut feeling the Browns are going to trade back for a guy like Kenneth Murray. I'd be thrilled if we trade back with Miami and got Murray and Ezra Cleveland. Ezra Cleveland's probably right around where you're picking in the second round. I know you guys have been linked to him. As far as Kenneth Murray goes, yeah, I mean, you guys could definitely use a linebacker, and 10's too early to take him. So, yeah, I think it would require a trade back. But, yeah, that could make a lot of sense. That could definitely make a lot of sense. Oh, thank you so much, Stephen Lilly. You're thinking about Simmons' tackle. Now I know. Now I know. No misses. Oh, Stephen Lilly. Yes, I'll tell you what, last night, Mr. Lilly. Last night, I went to bed, and I was dreaming about hogs. Most men, when they go to bed, are dreaming about misses and women. I was dreaming about hogs in New York Giants uniforms. That's what I've been dreaming about probably for the last 2 months, Mr. Lilly, from across the pond. Let's see what we got here. Want to Sprite Cranberry? No. Band Dog's in the chat. What's going on, my man? And if that's where the stream's going to be tomorrow, right there. If you guys don't know, right there with the dog. So we're going to be over there at 7 o'clock. So be sure to check out the stream. It's going to be a lot of fun. Antoine in the house. What's going on? What's going on, Chris Santos? Thanks for popping in the stream. Explain how you embarrassed the Giants community with your draft reaction last year. I mean, I think other fan bases laughed at us because of how we reacted to the way Daniel Jones went. It was my honest reaction. But, you know, some Giants fans think it's hysterical. Some Giants fans didn't like it. What's going on, Alex Sports? Thanks for popping in the stream. What's up, Paul? What the hell happened? I heard entertainers. No, not shirtless. What's up, Angel Rodriguez? John Snow, it is draft day. What's up, Yuri? You think G-Men could get a second for Evan Ingram? No, I do not. Evan Ingram, to me, the best you're going to get is a third-round pick, and that's best. The guy's missed a full season's worth of games in 3 years, and he's coming up on the end of his rookie contract. As much as I like Evan Ingram, his value is not at its highest right now. It's not the right time to trade him if you want to get as much as you can. The better time to trade him is in season. If he's playing well and he's healthy, you would get more for him. Michael Sox, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Don't like Love, too injury prone, wait next year. I'll tell you what, that might be the right approach by the Saints. But it's also going to depend on, here's the thing with the Saints. In my opinion, you guys are Super Bowl. I'm picking you guys to go to the Super Bowl. So if you guys do really well, it's going to be hard for you to get a quarterback. I don't know. I don't think you're going to take one. But, it's all going to depend on how the Saints feel about the quarterback prospects. But I definitely think you guys are a win-now team, so I would say it's much more likely you're not going to go quarterback. I think you're going to try to address the linebacker position and try to give yourself an opportunity to win a Super Bowl in Drew Brees' last year. But I wouldn't be shocked, especially if a quarterback fell in your lap at 24. I wouldn't be shocked. What's going on, J-Zac? Let's get Simmons today, baby. Yeah, a lot of Simmons guys, no doubt about it. Let's see what we got here. Every team is a win-now team. Well, Luis, yes and no. There's some teams that I think going through the year, everybody wants to win, but the Saints are a team that is competing for a Super Bowl. The Giants are not. Let's be real. The Dolphins are not. There's several teams that going in are not winning a Super Bowl more than likely. The Saints are one of the 3 or 4 favorites in the league. Blue Jackets, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I really appreciate it. He says, I can't think straight with all these scenarios. There's way too many scenarios. Way too many scenarios. Who is the safest pick in this draft? Safest pick in this draft? I'm not going to go quarterback. No quarterback's the safest pick in this draft. Quarterbacks are never the safest pick in this draft because quarterbacks are dependent on the other pieces around them. So I'm not going quarterback. Chase Young. Chase Young is the safest pick in this draft. Yeah, Chase Young is the safest pick in this draft. Gotta be. It's the easiest position to predict in terms of success rate when they're at the top of the charts, and it's the second most important position. He is the safest pick in this draft. I think at a bare minimum, you're getting a very good edge rusher or potentially a guy that could be one of the top 2 or 3 edge rushers in the league. That's probably, that's his ceiling, but he's the safest pick in this draft. Let's see what we got here. Wills is very safe too, Bill. Post-draft content plan. I'm going to make a video. I'm not going live after the draft. Bad Dog and me are going to be exhausted. We're going to end it right after the draft. And we're going to be live for, 4 hours? And I'm sure I'll have a video up on the pick talking about my thoughts on it. And then, we're going to have a reaction video. We'll upload that while we're live, I'm sure. And then I'm going to have a video probably tomorrow before, I'll probably do another one of these midday. But I'm going to have another video tomorrow talking about the field, the players that are available, and where I think the Giants could go. And I'm sure we'll hear some rumors, potential trades, things like that. But I'll have some videos out tomorrow before I go live. Michael, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Thoughts on Antonio Gibson and J.K. Dobbins? To be honest with you, I have not done enough research on those two. I know a lot of people like Dobbins. I haven't really looked into it because I know the Giants aren't drafting him. But I was talking to the Dudley Do-Right. He likes him a lot. He's in the market for Dobbins, so he likes him a lot. I haven't done enough research on the running back position. My dogs are barking. They never bark when I'm live. Of course, now they're barking. What's going on, MC Reality? Thanks for popping in the stream. First round is at 7, yes. Oh, Kyle, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He says, so bought wings, burgers, and Angry Orchard. I'm ready. Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 beers in my fridge. I'll probably have to get a couple more. I'm sure I'll get some snacks. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. I cannot eat wings on stream because it'll get all over my face, all over my shirt. I'm not the cleanest eater, but but yeah, I'll definitely have some beer for the stream, no doubt about it. Today's definitely like a holiday. Yeah, Simmons. I think Simmons is. I mean, I think Chase Young's safer, if you want my honest opinion. To be honest with you, I don't even think it's close. I think Chase Young is much safer than Simmons. I think Simmons is safe. I think Simmons is going to be a good player, but I think Chase Young's safer. Entertainer, you should have a subscriber. I don't know if I'll do it for the draft. I would love to do that if things get back to normal. If not the draft, I'm definitely games like I've talked about for sure. I definitely plan on doing meetups. This is my new Christmas. Yes, it is, John. What does Williams signing his tag do for you Jags trade scenario with Yannick? We talked about that last night on the stream. I don't know. There could be several reasons why they signed him to the tag when they did. I don't know if it has any implications on a potential trade on draft day. I know that's what people are going to automatically think. That's what I thought initially. That's the first thing I thought of. I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. There was an article, I didn't get a chance to read it, where they described why he might have signed the tag the day before the draft, and it had nothing to do with trades. I didn't get a chance to read it. My thought process was maybe they did it to, so they could shore up the cap, and they know what they have going into the draft. I don't know. I know he's filing for a grievance. I don't think he's going to win it. I think he'll get paid as a defensive tackle because that's where it usually plays. Nelson with the $5 donation. What's going on, Chris? I hope the Giants fans are ready for the draft. I hope you're ready for the draft. I hope everybody's ready for the draft. Everybody in the chat right now, I don't want to know who you want because I already know the answer to who you want. I know the answer to who you want. 75% of you are going to say Simmons. I already know it. He's the flashy player. We're Giants fans. We love defense. Matthew, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I really appreciate that. If the Giants neglect middle linebacker, is that a problem? No. I mean, I think my personal opinion, if they neglect the offensive line, I think it's a bigger problem. I think they paid attention to the middle linebacker in free agency. I think they need to draft middle linebacker in this draft, but it doesn't have to be in the first or second round. That's just my personal opinion. Who do you think the New York Giants are going to draft? Which player? Not who you want. Who do you think? Lucas, man, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that, man, with the $15 donation. I really appreciate that. He says, thanks for all your hard work. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to everybody for all your support on the channel. It means the world to me. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Wirfs, Wills, Wills. We got a lot of Wills. We got a lot of Wirfs. A lot of Wills and Wirfs. I am shocked. I have not seen one Simmons. We got one Simmons. A lot of Wills and a lot of Wirfs. I'm with you. I'm leaning Wirfs myself. I was shifting a little bit to Wills, and now I'm going back to Wirfs. I thought it was Wirfs for like 2 months. Then I got the late reports on Wills. I'm sticking with Wirfs. And Wirfs made a video yesterday. I didn't get a chance to see it, but a lot of people said it led on that he's probably going to be a Giant. He liked something on Instagram that the Giants posted. He posted something on Instagram supposedly, and Saquon Barkley liked it. I don't know. It's social media. Who knows if that has anything to do with anything, but it's similar to what Saquon Barkley was doing before the draft, where he was liking stuff that the Giants were posting. To me, there's a lot of connections to Tristan Wirfs. A lot of connections to Tristan Wirfs. I'll say that. Yeah, I'm not saying I prefer Wills to Wirfs, but I'm not asking that. I'm asking who do you think they're going to take. Let's see what we got here. I'm hoping we trade down. Imagine they're not picking a quarterback. They're not picking a quarterback. Let's see what we got here. I saw a mock where Gandy Golden goes 107 or 108 to the Bengals. Yeah, I think that's around where he's going to go. I think he's going to go early to mid-4th round, maybe back end of the 3rd. I think that's where he's going to go. Maybe the very beginning of the 5th, but I think he's probably an early 4th round pick. I think that's right where you're going to see Gandy Golden go. I think that's the right spot for him. Joe Judge throwing smoke screen. Yeah, he is. He's learning from Bill Belichick. And that's a bigger reason why you've seen so many smoke screens. Look at the top of the draft. We were talking about it last night. 3 coaches formerly coached under Bill Belichick at the top of this draft. The Lions coach, Giants coach, and the Dolphins coach. All of them coached under Bill Belichick. They learned from the master. I did not see myself on Instagram, but I heard about it. I'll check it out after the stream. JG's, man, thank you so much, man, for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. Bad Dog is cool, but he had Dave Brown on his mind the other day. He also loves Kent Graham and Danny Cannell. I'm going with Wirfs. Bad Dog's the man. I love Bad Dog. Love working with Bad Dog. I hate those quarterbacks. Well, I don't hate them. They were Giants, but I hated when they were our quarterback. And, you know, I said it last night, man. I look at Eli Manning's career, and I look at what we supported him with the first half, and I look at what we supported him with the second half. And it all goes back to the offensive line. Eli Manning didn't just fall off a cliff for no reason. He fell off a cliff because we couldn't maintain the offensive line. I do not want to make that same mistake with Daniel Jones. That's why I've been outspoken about fixing this line as quickly as possible with a young quarterback learning a new offense. That's my mindset. Thank you for the love, man. I appreciate it. $5 donation from Beamer. He says, hope not to see Mark Ross on NFL Network comment on the Giants draft pick. I just hope everybody comments good things on the Giants draft pick. That's what I want. I want everybody to be in agreement. All right, I understand the pick. It was a good pick. Good pick. That's what I want. But thank you so much for love. I appreciate it. What's going on, Lestat? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. What's going on? Saquon Barkley is in the chat. I got Saquon Barkley in here. Unbelievable. What's up, Joseph Cupid? Oh, Manuel, man. Thank you so much for the love, man. $5 donation. He says, do you see Tua at 4 to then force the Dolphins to give up 3 number 1 picks this year? Something Jimmy Johnson said he would do in this situation. No. I think that's crazy. I think Jimmy Johnson is out of his mind. I do. Here's my thought process on this, Manuel. If you're the Giants, where do you have more leverage? When you're at 4 and there's potentially 3 or 4 teams that could trade up and get that quarterback? Or if you take the quarterback and the teams know you have to trade him because you have Daniel Jones. You either have to trade Jones or Tua, but they know you. In that situation, you're desperate. In the situation where you haven't selected yet, the other teams that need the quarterback are desperate if there's 3 teams that are interested in him. So, no, I never thought that would be the right course of action. Once you draft that quarterback, you've shown your cards. And it's not like, we're not talking about an Andrew Luck-like prospect coming out of college. All these guys after Burrow have concerns, whether it's the injuries with Tua, whether it's the inconsistencies with Herbert. So, no, you don't show your cards. You either trade the pick or you don't mess around with that. You don't mess around with that. Thank you for the love. Bavith, my man. I love Bavith, man. Thank you so much, man. Been such a great supporter of my channel for the longest time. Thank you so much, man. He says, love seeing your work ethic grow ever since I found this channel. Can't wait for tonight with you and Bad Dog. And can we please get a nonsense? Bavith, man, first off, I just want to say thank you for being an unbelievable supporter of my channel. I mean that. Been with me since the beginning. Always been an unbelievable supporter of my channel. One of my best subscribers. And thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. And I'm sure, probably in June, we'll probably have some goofy streams. I want to have like a month to recap the draft and but I'm sure once a month or something, we'll do something like that. But thank you so much for the love, Bavith. I really appreciate it. Tyler with the $5 donation. He says, I hope in the next couple of years we can get Brian Breeze from Clemson. He's the next J.J. Watt. Listen, man, that's the next thing we're going to need because we're not going to get it in this draft. We're not going to get an elite edge rusher in this draft unless Chase Young falls, which I'm not banking on. So, or if somebody on our roster develops, but you could never have enough pass rushers. We know that better than anybody. So that's going to be the next thing we need. So I'm with you. Whether we do it in free agency, whether we do it in the draft, we're going to need to do it sooner than later, 100%. Thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it. And thank you to everybody for being here. Can I get a shout out? I love your channel. Jesse Cohn, thank you for popping into the stream. Calm down with the spam. Yeah, one click. Tana, can you create your DJ draft reaction so we don't draft a certain DJ? We're not drafting him. We're not drafting him. I heard the rumors today from NJ.com. We're not drafting him. We're not drafting him. You gotta be confident, guys. Chris, what should I buy to drink for tonight? Hakeem, what? I'm going beer. I don't know if you're a beer guy. I'm going with Stella, but I might mix it up. I got 3 Stellas in the fridge. I'll probably buy another 6-pack of something else. I'll mix it up. I'll have a couple of this, couple of that. Depends on, I'm a beer guy. I'm a huge Guinness guy. I might buy Guinness. I love Guinness. King Badger, man, thanks for the love, man. $5 donation. He says, I've wanted Simmons since the beginning, but every day we've gotten closer, I want to tackle more and more. Can't wait to see what happens. I am completely with you. I've wanted to tackle since week 12. Well, no, since I knew we weren't getting Chase Young. When we lost to the Redskins, I wanted a tackle. Haven't changed. That's what I want. That's what I want. I'm not going to let the combine change my opinion. I thought from the beginning, all I heard was how strong of a tackle class this was. I know that's a gigantic need for our football team. I said to myself, if we're not getting Chase Young, there's no other elite pass rusher in this draft. It's a strong tackle draft. Tackle is either the second or third most important position on a football team, at least from my mindset. I have not swayed. I've been tackle the whole way. Will I be upset with Simmons? No. But I'm sticking with what I believed. Gordon Gecko, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He says, stand up and let's go, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. JG's with the $2 donation. Be safe, everyone. Enjoy the draft. Go Giants. JG's, man. You too, buddy, man. Thank you so much for being a great supporter of the channel. Belly says, what's up, Dan? What's going on, Belly? Thanks for popping in the stream. Guinness, Chris. Nah, man. All about Corona. I like Corona. Corona's good. You can't go wrong with a Corona. You got to have the line, though. I don't like Corona without the line. Can't do it without the line. It's wrong to feel that I don't want to tackle this early because of Flowers. No, not. Listen, it's all a matter of opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I never. I'm wrong just as much as I'm right. I'm just always I'm gonna have an opinion. I'm gonna give you a reason why I have my opinion. But there's definitely reasons to have Simmons. Bad Dog's got plenty of them. But, I'm always going to back up my opinion. And that's what I do on my channel. So, no, I don't think you're wrong for wanting Simmons. As long as you have valid reasons for him, there's definitely plenty of valid reasons for wanting Isaiah Simmons. Manny, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, can we get some draft day 80s Joel Dua? Oh, man. I don't got much of a voice right now because I streamed all last night. Sing us a song. No, I got no voice. I got no voice. I'll save it for another stream. I streamed for 4.5 hours last night. Didn't get much sleep because I couldn't sleep last night. I legitimately could not sleep last night. I got like 3 hours. All I was thinking about last night when I was trying to go to bed was hogs. Hogs. I woke up to a farm. JG says, Old E and Banana Red MD 2020. JG's, man, I appreciate the love, man. Thank you very much. Thank you for being such a great supporter of the channel. And my man Tyler, rewatching some of last year's games has me reminded me how bad our defense is. Hoping for change. Go Big Blue. Our defense sucked. Our offensive line sucked. Our head coach sucked. I don't want to think about last year. We got Judge now. We got everything's new. We're starting from scratch. Afghanistan says Hogs. That's right, man. Hogs. Yeah, that's right, Nick. Alvin says you're an animal. We allowed the most points through the last 4 seasons. We definitely need a lot of defense. We also probably allowed the most QB hits over the last 4 seasons. We need a lot of protection. Both got to be fixed, guys. The offensive line last year had its best season in like the last 5 years, and we were still like 20th. And I still think those rankings are false because we had the worst amount of pressures by the tackle. Our quarterback got sacked 38 times in 12 games. The 3 years prior to that, we were like 27th or worse every year. We don't open up running holes. They're both mega problems. And I think you need both. I think the offensive line supports the defense. I think the defense supports the offense. You need both. It can't be fixed in one offseason. AC, thank you so much for the $5 donation. He says, what's up, Chris? Take Simmons and look to trade up for Becton the same way we did for Baker. Possible. But if we do that, keep in mind, we don't pick until 99 as is. If you trade up, if you trade away 99, you're not picking from, say, 25 until, at the earliest, 110. And that's if you don't have to incorporate that pick in that trade. So, I personally don't want to trade up. If anything, I want to trade down, whether it's in the first or the second round. I want to get more assets, not less. Even though we have a lot of picks, 4 of them are in the 7th round, we don't pick from 36 to 99. That is a huge gap. Huge gap. Anthony, thank you so much for the love, man. $2 donations. Jones had a minor injury last year. Got to protect. Common sense, man. Football 101. You got to insure your quarterback. Football 101, man. Even the Simmons people will tell you that. You look, I go back to it. Well, I mentioned Sam Darnold. The Jets just completely ignored it last year. Look what happened to Sam Darnold. Andrew Luck is out of the league. He was 29 years old. Andrew Luck didn't even reach 30 in his career because of his offensive line. Now, they got better at the last season of his career, but he had all those concussions, all those injuries, because they couldn't block. Tana, look at Ralph Vacchiano's let me look. Ralph Vacchiano. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back to the chat. Maybe something dropped. Giants trading up for a tackle when 4 is so closely rated seems not smart. Oh, is he answering a question? Wow. So the Lions might trade with the Dolphins or the Giants? That's the new thing now? I don't want to trade up for a tackle. I don't want to trade up for a tackle. I want to stay where we are. Damn. What do we got here? I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Thank you for the $5 donation, AC. I don't know if I got this already. What up, Chris? Take Simmons and look to trade. Oh, I already got that one. And I got that one. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. I don't want to trade up. Don't want to trade up. Like I said earlier, we don't have enough assets as is in the later rounds. Don't do that. I want to stay where we are. But the Giants, if that's the case, are worried that the Dolphins could take their tackle. And maybe the Lions leaked that. Maybe the Lions leaked that, trying to seduce the Giants to move up to secure their tackle. Who knows? Christian, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I really appreciate that. He says, big fan of the show, ready for the draft tonight. Do you think Gettleman knocks our socks off again with a surprise at number 4? Here's what I'll say. I will never rule out, if last year taught us anything, I will never rule out a surprise. Not just with the Giants, with any team. I will never rule out a surprise in an NFL draft. I don't think it's going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to happen last year either, so it could. I hope not. Johnny Boy, man, thank you so much. Little fist bump. Thank you so much for the love, man. I appreciate that. Stephen Lilly with the $5 donation. I know people get on about Gettleman, but he's not that stupid to trade up unless Young's on the board. That's a good point. If Young was on the board, he might trade up, but I don't think he would trade. I don't think he would trade up for a tackle. You've heard this entire offseason that the Giants have been looking to trade down, and it's come right out of Gettleman's mouth. They've said they're open to talking about trading down. They've never talked about trading. I don't think they would trade up now. Reports came out that the Giants were lying this whole time. I don't think the Giants are trading up. They're not in a position to trade up. Usually when you trade up that early in the draft, it's for a quarterback. The Dolphins situation is a little bit different because they have 3 first-round picks. They could trade up to get the quarterback and then use the 18th pick to take a lineman and then use the 18th pick to take their quarterback. Or they could trade the 5th and a 2nd and take 18 and 26 and move up and get their quarterback. So they have options. The Giants don't have that. So I don't think they would do that. But thank you for the love, man. I appreciate it. Corey Lewis with the $2 donation. He says, can Hernandez kick out to right tackle if we draft worse? I don't think so. Hernandez is a guard. If anything, I think they'd shift Hernandez to center eventually. He's not a tackle. I think if they draft worse, I think the plan is to play him at right, shift him to the left after Solder retires. If they feel like they can't, if he can't, they keep him on the right and they draft the left tackle. That's, in my opinion, the plan. And I would not be shocked. I know a lot of people might not want to hear this. I would not, and depending on Nick Gates, but I would not be shocked if they draft another tackle next year. Depending, because next year's a very strong tackle class as well, and then you shore up everything for Daniel Jones going forward. Wouldn't be shocked. But thank you for the love, man. I appreciate it. Sperm Cell in the... Oh, no. I'll tell you what. He showed it in my Discord last night, and I love Sperm Cell. He's an Eagles fan, but a great subscriber of mine. He showed me the super chat during the draft last year with Bad Dog. And it was a $2 donation, and it said you're about to pick Daniel Jones, and it was like 5 minutes before the pick. And now he just sent me this. Sperm Cell, he says, everyone is forgetting that Herbert will be available. Herbert's not wearing blue. Herbert's not wearing blue. Not Giants blue. That's for sure, Sperm Cell. But thank you for tuning in to the stream. And anybody that has not done so, be sure to go into the link in the description. We're going to be live at 7 o'clock for the draft on Bad Dog's channel. So you can check that out if you haven't done so. If you watch my streams, you know who Bad Dog is. But just in case, anybody that may be popping in, go in there. We're going to be live tonight. You're not going to want to miss it. Wide receiver second round. No, I don't want to take a wide receiver in the second round. We have too many needs. The only way I'm open to taking a wide receiver in the second round is if we trade down and we have 2 second-round picks. If we have 2 second-round picks, then I'm open to it. But not with 1 second-round pick. We got to take a center there. We got to take a safety. We got to take a linebacker. Way too many other needs. Well, Gangrene David is in the chat. What's going on, Gangrene David? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're ready for the draft. He's got a channel over there as well, if you want to watch Jet content on your off time. Boozound with the €2 donation. He says, Colin Johnson, wide receiver in the 4th or 5th. Yeah, 5th round. I had him in one of my mocks. I think it was in the 6th. But yeah, 5th round, 6th round, in that area. Colin Johnson is definitely a possibility out of Texas. Type of wide receiver I think we're looking for. A guy that could go up and catch the 50-50, 6'6". Definitely isn't the most technically skilled wide receiver, not the best route runner, but he's got, he's big, he's tall. So yeah, he's worth the flyer for sure in the 6th round. Maybe the 5th. I have my preference there. It wouldn't be him in the 5th, in the 6th. Probably one of the better guys we could get. But yeah, he's definitely a possibility. Keep your eye out for him. I think 4th's a little too early. I got 600 I got 600 freaking people in here, Aiden. It's insane. Okay, got another one. Look at unnamed NFL source Twitter. Okay, hold on 1 second, guys. Let's see. I think I get notifications from him now. Maybe I don't. Let's see. Unnamed NFL source. According to my sources, very close to Tish. Oh, that's a pin tweet. Okay. According to my source, the New York Giants are narrowing in on Tristan Wirfs and Andrew Thomas. Whoa! And in case you guys are not aware, unnamed NFL source is the same guy that has called the last 2 Giants draft picks. He called the Daniel Jones pick last year, before it happened, on Twitter. And now, he's saying it's between Wirfs and Andrew Thomas. And Andrew Thomas is a guy that everybody forgot about. Wow. Interesting stuff, to say the least. Ben Siegel, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I feel like Andrew Thomas entered the offseason as the top-rated offensive tackle. Over time, fell beyond Wills and Wirfs. Thoughts why? Are we undervaluing him? The true left tackle? Well, maybe we're not. But like I said, I think he had, like you said, had the spotlight on him. And I think people had the spotlight on him, and they were looking for faults in his game. And I think, these other guys, Wills, Wirfs, Becton, they have these, Wirfs specifically and Becton have these unbelievable combines, and people get enamored with their athleticism. And I don't even think it's so much what Andrew Thomas did wrong. It's what some of these guys did right. And people found faults in his game with his footwork and things like that. But I still think Andrew Thomas is a great prospect. I'll be very happy if we get him. Guy didn't surrender a sack in the SEC. And he's a true left tackle. I'll be completely fine with taking him at 4. I'd be completely fine. I don't care what the mocks say. I'd be completely fine with taking Andrew Thomas at 4. Thank you for the love. I appreciate that. Christian with the $2 donation. Who's Gettleman's gold jacket player, though? I don't know. Gonna have to ask Gettleman. Could be a tackle, could be Simmons. Everybody just assumes gold jacket can't be a tackle. It's got to be a flashy player. Why can't it be a tackle? There's plenty of Hall of Fame tackles, so it could very well be a tackle. If they feel Andrew Thomas or Wirfs is unbelievable tackle prospect, that could be the gold jacket guy. But thanks for the love. I appreciate it. Hot Nichols with the $5 donation. He says, there are a lot of fans of other teams and players dropping in on yours and Bad Diggity's channels. This is a unique thing that all teams don't have? I don't know, to be completely honest with you. I'm so busy on YouTube, I don't have a lot of time. And sometimes I see other YouTubers get upset. I don't have a lot of time. I do like 3-4 videos a day. I go live like 4 times a week. I try to support the Giants content creators that that I watch, and I don't have enough time to go on other people's streams that often. So, but I think I've gone into other fans' channels, but I don't know. I get a lot of support from outside fans, no doubt about it. Some of my best subscribers are outside fans: Eagles fans, Redskins fans, Cowboys fans, Packers fans. Probably because I like Aaron Rodgers. I don't know, but I have a lot of great fans on my channel. Thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it. Kevin with a $2 donation. Anyone heard the Chargers trade rumors yet? I have not. What is that, Kevin? What's that? And Lax with the $5 donation. I appreciate that. He says, I would prefer Thomas over Wirfs, but wouldn't be mad either way. Let's go Giants. Guys, get your bacon ready because I think we're going for a hog. Get the bacon ready. Get the ham out. I might eat ham tonight. Wouldn't that be fitting? I might get a big fat ham. Eat that on stream tonight during the draft. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. He says, hey, man, today's the day we make our defense great. Well, hopefully we do. Hopefully we make our defense and our offensive line great. I hope we do both. Taco, thank you so much for the love, man. J-Fed says a hog witch. We got 646 people in here. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate all the love and the support. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. Go into the description. You're going to check out Bad Dogs channel. We're going to be there live for the draft tonight. You're going to see our live reaction as we get excited for the draft. It's going to be so much fun tonight. I cannot wait. Does that mean that Simmons Wirfs is off the table? Doesn't mean that. He could be wrong. He could be full of it. Maybe he got lucky last year. But all I can tell you is the information that I get. I don't work for the Giants. The information I get from the betting public, from the insiders, from the people that talk to the insiders, most of them are saying tackle. The betting public overwhelmingly is betting on the tackle. Does that mean that we're not going to go Simmons? Not necessarily. Maybe the Giants have us all fooled. All I can tell you is, what I see. But we don't know. We won't know until the draft. Darnell, thank you so much for the $5 donation. He says, I would love to get Andrew Thomas, but not at 4. I feel like we could get a trade no lower than 10. What you feel? Listen, that might be why the Giants are trying to trade down, Darnell. I'd be okay at 4. But obviously, I would much rather get him at 9, if you can. Or 7, or 10, or whatever. But if they can't find a partner, they can't find a partner. So I'm not going to get upset if they take a guy. Let's think back, guys. Like everybody's saying, I've gotten 2 super chats on this. Let's think back before the shorts, before the combine. The debate on every Giants channel was Andrew Thomas or Chase Young. And then all of a sudden, all these guys come out with these mocks, and everybody forgets about Andrew Thomas. Everybody just forgets about him. Oh, there's no way. Why? There's no reason to be upset if we take him tonight. No reason. Darnell, thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Aby, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. He says, what's up? I still think we need to trade down at least a few spots, but not out of the top 7, in my opinion. Draft Simmons and come back in like they did for Baker and draft an offensive tackle. Stay safe and go Giants. I appreciate the love. Thank you very much. And yeah, a lot of people have that mindset. Of course, I'm going to be happy. If you could find a way to get both Simmons and a tackle, that one of the top 3 or 4 tackles, that's a home run. It's going to be tough to do that, but I would love it. Dan Big Blue, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. Another Daniel Jones reaction video if we pick Herbert. Oh, God. I tell you what, if that happened, yes. I'm going to flip out. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. No way that will happen. But thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Big Blue Fetch, thank you so much for the love, man. Unnamed NFL source on Twitter saying the Giants will take offensive tackle no matter what, including if they trade down. Guys, I want to see the hogs in the chat. Get those hogs emojis in the chat because it sounds like we're going hog hunting. Thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it. Taco with the $2 donation. He says, Simmons, they don't want to give up. The Simmons people don't want to give up. They're not. I just hope we come together, regardless of what we do tonight, whether it's Simmons, whether it's the tackle tonight. We all come together and we get behind the pick. That's what I hope happens, as long as it's one of the two. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. And Sarah Small, thank you so much for the love. She says, Colts might trade up to get love. Colts Nation. Thank you for the love, Sarah. Thank you for being a great subscriber of the channel. And we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I like Love. I think Love's going to be a good quarterback. I do. Some people don't love him. I do like him. I think he's got a lot of upside. And Rudy with the $5 donation, I appreciate it. He says, every single Gettleman first-round pick was a shocker. The fact that Simmons is not the most rumored talks could be an indicator. I'm just desperate, to be honest. Yeah, Rudy, I know Rudy's a huge Simmons guy. You're right, though. Anything's possible at the end of the day. There's the we got hogs in the chat. We got hogs in the chat. Like I said, we're gonna find that on draft night. I think that there's solid reasons on both sides, tackle or linebacker. I think there's solid reasons on both sides. Danny with the $5 donation, I appreciate it. He says, "I'm here, Chris, but I overslept. Merry Christmas. Stand up. I'm okay with anyone we get except Brown, Becton, and a wide receiver or a quarterback." I mean, I don't want Becton. I've been pretty outspoken that I don't want Becton. I wouldn't be upset with Becton. I wouldn't flip out with Becton. Because he's still a guy that I view that has a lot of upside. And I think we need to tackle more than anything. So I wouldn't go crazy if we took Becton. I'm gonna try not to go crazy no matter what. But I wouldn't be too upset if we took Becton. I would understand the thinking if we took Becton. They would look at, as long as I could understand the rationale behind the pick. And I could. Even though I don't love him, he's not my favorite tackle, but he's got upside. He's the biggest. He's got the arms. He's incredibly athletic. The Giants may feel, with our coaching, we could turn this guy into the best tackle prospect in this class. Do I think it's too risky at 4? Yes. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, "I will be all for Simmons until after the pick." Hey, man, you got to root for what you want to root for, man. And Job says, "Oink, oink, mofos." We got the hogs in the chat. Thank you for the love. Roldy. He says, "You're excited, Chris, but don't discount Brown at 4. Oh, Roldy, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Roldy. Roldy, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, Roldy. Roldy's a great subscriber of mine. Glad he's here, man. Afghanistan says, "Get me the hogs." Can't wait for your reaction. I can't wait, Caleb. And thank you to everybody for being here. If you haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell. Appreciate everybody for being here. I know, Rolly. It's definitely a fear. We know that Gettleman loves defensive tackles. You're talking to me. I like Gettleman. I'll admit that. EJ, thank you so much for the $5 donation. "May your pocket be heavy and your heart be light. Thanks for the entertainment. Be well." EJ, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much for being a great subscriber. And thank you to everybody. I try to say it all the time. Thank you to everybody, not just for coming in the stream, but watching all my videos, dropping comments, whether you agree with my take or not. Just showing respect to my channel, watching my videos, and always, supporting me, man. I mean, it means the world to me. It gives me the motivation to work as hard as I do on my channel. I always try to say it whenever I can. So, thank you to everybody that's here. B, man, thank you. B Tinch, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, "Need a fat hog molly." Raymondo says he's got the hogs out. He says, "I'm ready for tonight. Get those hogs out, baby." What's up, Jasmine? Thank you for popping in the stream. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to get some hogs, man. I want to have a hog sandwich. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'll be so excited we get a hog sandwich. Get yourself a tackle line of center. Let's rock and roll, baby. Let's get this offensive line loaded. Let's support our quarterback, and let's get ready. Triple C with the $2 donation. He says, "Please take Brown so we can get the OT." No, Triple C. Taco, $2 donation. A lot of rumors. Brown at 4. We just got excited with the hogs. You're going to ruin it. Josh Sotoy with the $2 donation. "Love Simmons, but give me that mauler. Run the ball. Run sets up the pass. Run supports the defense." I'm with you, Josh. Ryan Clay with the $2 donation. "Roldy knows what's up. Don't listen to Ryan Clay. He's a Redskin fan. I'm going to jump through the computer. I'm going to strangle him. Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. Jason Young with the $5 donation. "Giants fans stuck between Simmons and an offensive tackle. Name me the Pro Bowl linebacker during our last Super Bowl runs. Get an offensive tackle. It's the backbone of every dynasty." Boom. You got it, man. I'm with you. Most important part of it, I said it last night. In my opinion, I'm not talking about one individual offensive lineman, but the unit as a whole is the 5 offensive linemen collectively are more important than a quarterback. That's how important it is. It dictates the entire offense. It gives you the ability to run. It gives the quarterback the time to throw. It gives the quarterback the ability, the wide receivers, the ability to run their routes to the point where they have to run them to get open. The offensive line is I honestly don't understand people that discount the offensive line. It's football 101. But thanks for the love. I appreciate it. And Abe Foreman, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Don't be surprised if we somehow trade back into the back end of the first, maybe for Ruiz. Not sure how, but Gettleman has done it before. And I'll be happy if we do that tonight. I'll be very happy if we do that tonight. But thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. If you guys haven't done so, please hit that thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell. And the most important thing, go into that description. We're going to be live on Bad Dogs tonight in a little under 6 hours. So get your popcorn ready, get your ribs ready, get your pizza ready, get your wings ready, whatever you're eating. And come hang out with us, man, as we talk about the draft. And hopefully we end up with who you want to end up with. And we got a lot of Hog people in here. I'm encouraged. Can't wait, Connor says. CBS might hire you. I hope so, Yuri. One day. One day. That'd be amazing, man. And Yuri's another great subscriber. I always see him comment on my videos. What's going on, Moose? Thanks for being here. I was all for Simmons from the beginning, but now I'm looking forward to getting an offensive tackle. Let's go Big Blue, Jasmine says. That's right, Jasmine. Get behind the Hogs, baby. Giants are discussing number 9 trade with the Jags. Did this just come out, Lestat? Did that just come out? Is that on Twitter? Goldrick says Hog. Hold on, let me check Twitter real quick. What do we got? I don't see anything from the big boys, but I don't get notifications from everybody on Twitter. I don't see anything on my end. But he might just be talking about what we knew yesterday. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Can I have stand up, New York Giant fans? Taco, thanks for the love. Jason Young says, Bad Dog plus Chris, the new Joe and Evan. We're better than them. No, I like Joe and Evan, actually. I'm a Met fan, so I kind of enjoy listening to them, even though they're Jets fans. It's also entertaining to listen to Joe Beningo rant about the Jets. It's definitely entertaining. I like that duo, actually. Josh, thank you so much for the $2 donations. Perfect draft. Wills, I would look. Biotis, wow. Yeturgos Matos at 36, Wills at 4, and Tyler Biotis at 99. They end up with that. I'm happy. You get yourself an edge rusher at 36. You get a top 5 center with Biotis, and you get yourself most people's top tackle. So, yeah, I'd be happy with that. Hot Nichols, man, thanks so much for the $2 donation. He says, if we take Simmons, we can start him at offensive tackle. If you could, I'd draft him. If Simmons can block for Jones, draft him. Frank with the $4 donation. Love D, I'm old school, but Hog time is coming. Bring out the Hogs, baby. Kelly with the $2 donation. NFL unnamed source said it's either Wirfs or Thomas. Yeah, somebody just told me a couple of minutes ago. And we'll see if that's true or not, man. Things are heating up as the draft gets closer. But it's starting to look more and more like we're going hog hunting tonight. Whether or not it's at 4 or whether or not we trade down. But like I said, you don't know. Until that pick is in, you don't know. You do not know until the pick is in. You really don't. So don't rule anything out right now. Let's see, we got Chris. I saw you. I know a lot of people told me I was on CBS Sports. Not my proudest moment. We're going hog hunting, boys. Josh Warren says. So we got here. Hopefully we can draft Kenneth. I like Kenneth Murray. If we get Kenneth Murray at 36, if we take a tackle, you'd see me very happy. Day 2, no doubt about it. Jonah Hoffman with the $5 donation. He says, I've wanted Isaiah Simmons this whole time, but I'm starting to change my mind. An offensive tackle would make Daniel Jones and Saquon better. You're preaching to the choir, Jonah. An offensive line, not just the tackle. If you get the center and the tackle, and you improve this offensive line, it's going to make Barkley better. It's going to make Jones better. It's going to make Darius Slayton better. It's going to make the defense better. It's common sense. There's 60 minutes in a football game. The Giants' offense last year, on average, had the ball 28 minutes out of the 60. If your offensive line creates more holes, you run more plays per drive, you eat up more clock. That same defense, even if it was the same players that are on the field for 32 minutes, if you flip that, and now they're on the field for 28 minutes, you're defending for 4 minutes less in the game. Common sense. A better offensive line helps everything. Not to say a better defense doesn't. They both do. But you need both. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Sources say the Giants are 0. Oh God! Stop, Taco. That better not be. That better not be accurate. That better not. Tana changing people's minds quick. Someone get Bad Dog. I need to run. The run interference. Antoine says, "Hog, stand up." It's basic football, Steve. Who do you replace on the line? I mean, Gates isn't starting on the line. Period. Solder would start on the left side, I think. Maybe if you get Thomas, maybe Thomas starts on the left right away. You shift Solder to the right. Solder's going to start. Gates isn't starting, and they need a center. They don't have a center right now. So that would be they're going to draft a center, I think, and if they take a tackle, they're going to start. Clocks, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Great subscriber of mine. We don't always agree. Very passionate fan. Great supporter of mine. Rumor Goodell has speakers installed in the basement to simulate booing so he can feel comfortable. Is that true? If they did that, that would be the most hysterical thing in the world. You know, I was thinking about this today, Clocks, because when I'm live a lot of times, I get the background noise, I get the dogs and stuff like that. I wonder if stuff like that is going to happen during the draft. Like when teams are on the clock and stuff, you hear like dogs barking in their background and birds chirping. Like, that'd be funny if that stuff happened. But, and the Hub, thank you so much for if you haven't done so, going over the Hub, great guy, great Giant creator. Go over there, check him out. He says, tonight is the night, nothing but positive vibes. That's right, man. At the end of the day, we should all be happy, whether we get the tackle or whether we get Simmons. I've said it all along. I've told you my preference, but I'm going to be happy either way. They're both huge needs. No, it does, Roldy. That's what I said. $2 donation. Thanks for the love, Roldy. Yeah. But one helps the other, and the defense helps the offense as well. You need both. The reason why I think the offensive line should be addressed first is because of the quarterback and all the other factors I've said. New offense. This offense requires the pass. It's not a West Coast style offense. With Sherman, you were getting the ball out quick. With McAdoo, you were getting the ball out quick. You're exposing your quarterback to even more hits now with this offense if you can't block. It's vertical passing routes. It's going to take more time to get the ball down the field. And the way to set up the vertical passing routes is by running the football to keep yourself unpredictable. So that's why I think it's more important to keep your quarterback safe. You want to make him as comfortable as you can. You're already giving him a new offensive system year 2. He's got to learn that. Plus, with the shortened season, you're not going to have OTAs, stuff like that. You want to put Daniel Jones in the best position to succeed, to grow. So knowing that they need to fix both, I would sooner fix the offensive line and then work on the defense. Some people would have the opposite approach. But thanks for the love. I appreciate it. Took your candy. Thank you for the $2 donation. How far will Epinesa fall? Yes, I do think he's going to be there at 36. I made a video on that long before people thought he'd be there at 36 after the combine. That was the first thing that popped in my head. This guy had such a bad combine. I think he's going to get to the second round. And then he was being mocked around 20. Now I see him in the second round. He might even go past where the Giants are picking at 36. Thanks for the love. But maybe he goes earlier. I could be wrong. Taco with the $2 donation. All you people switching O-tackle were never a Simmons fan. I'll tell you what, Taco, to be completely fair with you, I have a lot of people on my channel that have always been for the tackle. I definitely have a lot that are Simmons people as well. And I have a lot of subscribers that are kind of like me, that they prefer Simmons, but they always saw the rationale behind taking a tackle. There's some fans that were Simmons no matter what, and taking a tackle is dumb. There were some fans like that. But I would say the vast majority were kind of like me or Bad Dog, where Bad Dog was Simmons, but I completely get offensive tackle, and I was offensive tackle, but I completely get Simmons. Very few were Simmons or offensive tackle is a horrible idea. No, most fans were not like that. Hunter, thank you so much for the $2.79 donation. Not having the punt open will give the defense a rest. Well, that too. And setting up field position. Setting up, that's that too. The longer you extend drives, you're going to put your defense in a better situation. But you can say the same thing about the defense. But if you're getting 6-7 extra yards on a drive, that's 6-7 extra yards of field position for the defense. When you punt, you could pin them deep. It's common sense. Oh my God, New York for life, man. Thank you so much for the love, man. I really appreciate it. Great supporter of my channel. I hope you brought the hummus. It's always a joke. Can't wait to draft the punter first round. A real need for the Giants. All jokes aside, the work you put into this is truly amazing. I literally base my work driving schedule on when you go live. Keep up the great work, broski. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. And thank you to everybody. Like I said, who watches my videos. Even though, Roldy's a perfect example. Roldy disagrees with probably at least half of what I say. But he respects me. He respects my content. He respects my work. And I think he at least sees my thinking behind what I say, even though he may not agree with it. And that's what I love about my channel. I think to have a successful sports channel, or to be successful in anything in life, you have to be willing to tell people how you feel. And if you're not willing to do that, you have to realize that people aren't always going to agree with you. But you have to be, and that's what I think you guys respect about my channel. That's what I respect about you guys. I respect everybody's opinion. If you completely disagree with me, as long as you have a reason to disagree with me, I'm going to listen. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. He says, Simmons, you take tackle next pick no matter what. Taco's not giving up. Taco is not. Taco ain't giving up. Taco ain't giving up, man. And I think Simmons is going to the Panthers. I completely agree with that. Let's see what we got here. Jedrick Will says, I just got the call. Did you get a call by the Giants? Because the rumors are it's not going to be you. How can I watch the draft? The draft's going to be on ESPN. And ABC, I believe. I think it's on both. Oh, Christian, man, thanks so much for the love, man. I really appreciate it. He says, Romo with this O-line ended up with a broken collarbone. Imagine what would happen with our current state of offensive line. Trade down and get a hog molly. Yep. Trade down and get anything has always been my take, whether you're going linebacker or a hog molly. Ideally, trade down, but to me, no matter what, it was always hog molly, whether we stayed at 4, whether we traded down, and we still may not do that, but that was always my take, man. You want to keep your quarterback on his feet. I think another thing that Giants fans took for granted, and I took it for granted, we knew the most underrated attribute about Eli Manning, other than the fact that he was clutch and other than the fact that he was a class act and everything else, guy was out there every Sunday. That doesn't happen. That is the most underrated attribute. Most quarterbacks will get hurt if you do not protect them. You look around the league. Ben Roethlisberger misses 3-4 games every year. Andrew Luck, I mentioned him. The guy was retired by 29. You got to support your investment. You've got to support your investment. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, I just have a really great feeling about Simmons. Taco won't give up, man. Taco won't give up. I appreciate it. To be fair, Jones would still played the Giants, made him sit out. Yeah, no, Marion, I'm not, whatever, it is what it is, but you still want to make sure he's not getting hurt, is my point. That's what I'm trying to say. And you cannot, even if you want to say that, you cannot expect Daniel Jones. It's never been done. Eli Manning's only the second quarterback to play that many consecutive games. You cannot expect him to do what Eli did in that aspect. How many quarterbacks have played in this league? Thousands? So you can't expect that. Hopefully, but you can't expect that. Recon, thank you for the $2 donation. Chances of Murray or Queen falling at 36. I will say one of them, 25%. I think there's a legitimate chance one of them could get there. Not a high chance, but a legitimate chance. Thank you to everybody for being here, though. I do appreciate it. 680 people in the house, man. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Taco with the $2 donation. He says, we need Simmons. Why the hell do you want Eric Flowers? I don't want Eric Flowers. Eric Flowers is the last thing I want. It's the last thing I want. Argenis, man, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, breaking. This just in per NFL source, close to Tish and the Giants. Pick coming down to either Wirfs or Thomas. I'm going to say Andrew Thomas is the pick. I'm going to tell you what, Argenis. I've been leaning Wirfs this entire time. Not since the start, but since the stuff started coming out about Wirfs. And with this late news on Andrew Thomas, I'm starting to rethink. Could the Giants have been that good at hiding this entire time? You've heard nothing about Andrew Thomas. And now you're hearing this late leak from the same guy that predicted the pick last year. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, man. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Yvonne, thank you for the $2 donation. I really appreciate it. He says, spoke to Davian for me. Who we're taking today. Who we taking, Yvonne? Who we taking? Who we taking? Miami trying to move up for Burrow. PF report, Miami is trying to get to number 3 while holding on to 5. Then ship 3 and 5 to Cincy for Burrow. I heard that, Morty. And that is crazy. That is not even anything I thought about yesterday. That is crazy. They're trying to get Burrow. That would be insane if that happened. Andrew Thomas reminds me of Tyron Smith. He's just that good. I'd be completely fine with Andrew Thomas. Blue Scale, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. So I'll try to check my Twitter in a second. The state of our current linebackers are better than the state of our offensive tackles. Stay at 4 and get Jedrick Wills. Jones will thank it. Yeah, our linebackers aren't good. I'll be the first to tell you that. But people talk about the biggest argument for Simmons is covering the tight end. And I'm not going to lie to you. We don't have a guy that can cover the tight end, but we could find a guy. We could find a guy in the third round that could be decent in coverage against the tight end. I'm not saying there's Simmons. You're not finding a Simmons in the third round, but you could find that. I don't want to mess with missing on an offensive tackle. It is that imperative for the future of Daniel Jones. Thank you, Philip. I appreciate it. Stephen Lilly with the $5 donate. Tell Taco to jump in the truck with his Simmons talk. I've been on Thomas since last December and still am. Lily wants Thomas. Chase Young with the $2 donation. Never understood why Thomas was dropping. I don't think anybody did. I made a video on it. I remember. I made a video on it. I said, why is Thomas dropping? And I was trying to come up with theories. And in the back of my mind, I always thought it was possible. I didn't know that it could be a surprise on draft night that somebody takes Thomas earlier than what everybody's saying. But thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Recon Dog with the $5 donation. I think it's Thomas because last year we started to hear the Jones rumors the morning of the draft. It might be. And if it is, the Giants have kept this under wraps the entire time. Pretty good job by the Giants. I'll tell you that right now. Not leaking this year. Kyle with the $2 donation. Is there any player would you trade back into the first 4? Yeah, Chase Young. Chase Young. Depending on the price. But yeah, I think Chase Young is the best player in this draft. Quinn, thank you for the $2 donation. Breaking news, no one knows what's going on. You're right. At the end of the day, nobody knows what's going on. We could say it's probably going to be a tackle, and even without the breaking news, I think it's going to be a tackle. And this just reaffirms it and makes me even more confident going in. But until that pick is in, we're not gonna completely know. You're right. And let me check the Twitter DM that Sonor asked me right now. Yes, I heard about that, Sonor. I appreciate the DM. Yeah, I heard about that before I went live. They were talking about that on ESPN. Justin Herbert. Peter Schrager said that Justin Herbert to the Dolphins is gaining a lot of traction. Yeah, I knew about that. And Mark Tversky, man, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. I've been saying Wirfs or Simmons the last month if we don't trade out. Thomas would be nice too. After all, back around December, he was the consensus number 1 tackle. I'd be completely with any tackle that we take there or Simmons. But specifically Andrew Thomas. I think most Giant fans would be very happy with Andrew Thomas. He's the safest. He's the pure left tackle, the most important position on our offensive line, and he's the guy that everybody forgot about. Forgot about. DJ Smooth, man, thanks for the love, man. Give me the percentage we're getting Young. 2%, 3%. Not high. Anthony DeSantis, thank you so much for the love, man. $10 donation. Tackle is an important piece to the puzzle to really maximize Barkley and DJ's skill set. I'm all for it. However, if Chase Young falls to us, throw what I said out. Well, Anthony, Chase Young is an exception to the rule. Well, it's not even an exception. It's just as important as protecting your quarterback. Getting after the opposing quarterback is just as important. So that's always been my argument for why I would take Chase Young and not Simmons. Chase Young is a pure pass rusher. He's the best at what he does. And we know as Giant fans, getting after the quarterback that was the most important part of that Super Bowl run. The 2 most important part of those Super Bowl runs, and I'm the biggest Eli Manning fan in the world, especially the first Super Bowl run. In 2008, the best team we had since I've been watching. That year where Burr shot himself. The offensive line was amazing. And the pass rush was incredible. The 2 most important facets of that team were the trenches, which is why when Gettleman took the job and I hear him talking about the trenches and the mollies, that's what got me excited. Because I love the philosophy. That's how you win. That's what Giants football is about. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Taco with the $5 donation. He says, well, tell Steven that he shouldn't jump out the window when a team gets a first and third on 3rd and 30. Steven, you hear that? We're getting a fight going back and forth. You hear that, Steven? Yeah, love the need to fix both. I've said it all along, Travi. Said it all along. For everybody to think Simmons is going to make this a playoff team or a great defense, he's not. He's not. One player is not going to. First off, the offensive line is still going to suck. We're going to lose the time possession. And the defense isn't going to be fixed with one player. This is not a 1-year fix. This is a 2 or 3 year fix. It just is. That's been my message this entire time. Be patient. It's not going to be fixed in 1 year. Maximo, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He says, today's the day this franchise turns around. Get those hogs, Maximo. Get those hogs, man. I'm with you, man. Get the tackle, get the center, man. I'll be very happy. Frank Corona with the $5 donation. I appreciate it, man. It seems like the only people down on Becton are Giants fans. Also, should I have my the man who shall not be named jersey on pre-order? No. As far as Becton goes, I think the reason Giants fans are so down on Becton, we were so burnt with Eric Flowers, and he's big like Flowers, and he's definitely not as safe as the other prospects. He's not as technically skilled, and I think most Giant fans, because we've been burnt with the offensive line, they want to go with the safest option. They don't want to go with the guy that is a home run or a complete bust. And I agree with it. I wouldn't cry if we took Becton, but he'd be my fourth option. Argenis, man, thank you so much for the love, man. I appreciate it. He says, I don't understand why people don't like Thomas. Out of all the tackles, he's the most experienced and well-rounded tackle of the bunch. I learned to not listen to these so-called draft analysts. They mix stuff up, man. They mix stuff up. They try to sell stories. And I listen to them because, I mean, obviously sometimes I'll say I disagree with what they have to say, but, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you go back before all of this, he was the number 2 guy. It was always, matter of fact, there was a debate. Don't forget that. There was a debate on if the Giants had the best pick, the first pick. Should they take Andrew Thomas? Now, I would have said Chase Young, but there was the debate between the two before all this speculation, before the combine, before all these mock drafts. Don't forget that. Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. So what? You're going to want another tackle next year too? I'm not gonna cry. I gotta wait till next year. It depends on where we're picking in the draft. Depends on how our team operates. I think we're gonna need another tackle. I don't know if you need to take him in the first round. Depends on who's there. I gotta evaluate where we're picking, who the prospects are. I can't tell you that right now. King Keys, thank you for the $2 donation. Todd McShay not doing the draft because wow. King Keys, I didn't know he had it. That sucks, man. Country New Yorker said Bad Dog made a good point about trading with the Jags. What did he say? I mean, maybe he made a video on it. But yeah, I've been talking about that. I think the Jags are the best fit as well the last 2 weeks as well. I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah, I agree. I think the Jags are definitely a good trade partner. Joseph Clark, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. Thomas, best pure left tackle prospect, my number 1 offensive tackle. I'll tell you what, a lot of my subscribers have said that. Big Daddy's one of them. Big Daddy gives me more notes on offensive tackle prospects than any one of my subscribers. He has been consistent this entire process. He has not wavered. It has been Andrew Thomas the whole time. I've been Wills and Thomas, and I went Wills 1. I had Thomas 2. I've said Wirfs because he's been the guy we've been connected to most. But for the most part, I've been Wills Thomas. But some of you guys have definitely been Thomas 1 the entire way. Taco, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, you and your tackles, get Simmons. Do you think Julian Love will start for us next year? Yes. I don't know if it'll be as a free safety or a slot corner, but yes, I think he's going to start. Depends on what we do in this draft. Who do you want in the second round? Cushman. It depends, man. It depends who falls. I want Ruiz. I'm hoping he falls. Depends who's there, man. Depends who's there. In an ideal world, no, I don't want Cushionberry. Do I think we could take him? Yeah. Would I be upset? No. He's a good center prospect. True Rap Artist, man. Thanks for the love, man. I really appreciate it. I like the unbiased draft updates. You're the best. Thank you so much, man. True Rap, great supporter of my channel. Always drops nice comments. Thank you very much, man. Thank you for watching the channel, man. I appreciate it. Why not Simmons at 4 and Matt Peart at 30? Matt, I'm going to tell you why, J-Zack. I'm gonna tell you why. And I know you're definitely more of a defensive minded guy. I know you're a huge corner guy, and I know a lot of Giants fans are more. I don't want projects at the offensive tackle. I am sick and tired of projects. We have an opportunity, and nothing's a sure thing, but we have an opportunity in the strongest tackle class in the last decade to shore up the most important position on the offensive line. Do it. Do it. I saw Eli Manning second half of his career get destroyed. I don't want Daniel Jones to go through that. Fix it. Fix it at the beginning. Make sure he has the foundation, and then worry about the rest. The most important piece on the football team is the quarterback. And you invested a second overall pick in the running back. You can't establish a run game if you can't block. Josh Latore, thank you for the $2 donation. If we draft Thomas, does he play right or left? I think he's going to play. I don't know if we'll play the left this year. That's a great question. I don't know. Because they might not want to disrupt the chemistry between Hernandez and Solder. I don't know. But I think the long-term plans is definitely left. Big Blue Man, thanks for love, man. $10 donations. Simmons lovers, if you were a king and had a kingdom to protect, would you go out and attack another kingdom if you knew your own defenses were not good enough to hold up against an attack? Draft offensive tackle. That's it, man. He just simplified it as easy as it could get. If you can't protect your own house, you gotta worry about your own home before you worry about going out there and attacking. Stiltman. Oh my God, I always say Slipman. I always say so. You're right. How I have misread your name since you've been on my channel. Stiltman. Nicky Sav, what's going on, Nicky Sav? Thanks for popping in the stream, my man. Country New Yorker with the $5 donation. He says, Bad Dog and trade for the 9th pick, 3rd round, and if we could get that. And the rumor that came out today is we'd actually get a 2nd round pick from the Jaguars, or at least that's what was being talked about, in addition to the 9. Taco, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He says, does anyone have a dog that 300 pounds so weak and takes? That's another thing I commonly get. People just think, oh, if a guy's 320 pounds, it's simple. Just get a fat guy. Just get a fat guy. The coaching could take care of it. Just get a fat guy. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Is it the same thing in basketball where, just get a 7'4" guy. He'll be good to go. No, it doesn't work that way. And Taco, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, and Chris shuts up. Did you hear Gronkowski went? I did not. Well, yeah, I did hear that, but now I heard he's with the Bucs, so I would assume he's not doing that anymore. Why haven't we interviewed Sim? Because we're not taking him. In my opinion, I don't think we're taking him. We have not. This entire process, when you really think about it, we've never been connected to Simmons. I think people that want Simmons tried to fit that narrative in things that were being said. And I could be wrong. Maybe they surprised me on draft night and they take Simmons. Keyshawn, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. Draft party at your house, Chris. I'll bring my army friends. Let's rock and roll, man. You come over here, you get in front of the green screen. we'll have some drinks, man. I appreciate the love, man. Look at Art Stapleton's Twitter. Okay, hold on one second. Let me look at Art Stapleton. The Giants should not part ways with any assets, 0, to move up from number 4. I agree with that. A theory. Giants like rumors of their interest in Derek Brown from dying in order to prevent the Lions from... Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. The Giants are keeping up the rumors on Derek Brown so that the Lions don't trade out of it if they want Derek Brown. Because there's been rumors about the Lions wanting Derek Brown, but they want to trade down for him. So the Giants have leaked rumors that they may be interested in Derek Brown. That's actually a very strong theory. That makes sense. Everybody's playing games right now, man. Everybody's playing games. Tago, man, thank you so much for love. That's why they're trying to fool you. DJ Spoon says, we have a great O-line coach. No need for that, man. So, okay. So if we get a great defensive coordinator, we don't need great players? Like, I laugh at that theory. People say, oh, we got a great coach for the offensive line. We don't need talent. He'll just make them good. Did you look at the offensive line they had in Dallas? They were all pros before he became the offensive line coach. They invested 3 first-round picks on that offensive line. That's like saying Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson coached Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Dennis Rodman, and he won championships. Do you think he's winning championships with R.J. Barrett, Mitch Robinson, and name your third Nick? No. You need talent. You need talent. Chris, did you see Art State? No, he didn't say we're taking. He didn't say we're taking Derek Brown. Vacchiano Twitter. Let me take a look here. Vacchiano Twitter. Hold on one second, guys. Just trying to look this up here. Oh yeah, somebody asked me about that earlier. Giants trading up for a Yeah, I read about that. I don't think they're going to do it though. I don't think they're trading up for a tackle. Triple C, man, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. To all the Giants fans, let me assure you on trading with the Jags not happening. We have so many holes to fix. We want more draft cap, not less. Trust me. So there you have it. And you're probably right. At this point, I would say I don't think we're trading with you guys. Taco with the $2 donation. Hey, man, need to save some money for later. Talk to you later. Listen, Taco, man, I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate all the support. Clocks with the $2 donation. Bro, will I be at PC Richards 3 years in a row? Clocks, you're going to like our draft tonight. You think like me, Clocks. You're going to like our draft tonight. Bank on it. And if you guys haven't done so, please go into the link in the description. We'll be live at 7 o'clock on Bad Dog Sports. I cannot wait to be doing it. It's going to be so much fun. And we're going to have a fun time regardless of who we pick, guys. Because I think we're going to be happy. I think we're going to end up with a Taco or Simmons. I've said that the whole time. We'll see what happens. But it's looking like Tackle. And hopefully we trade down. That's going to be the question now on draft night. And to me, I'm pretty strongly believing we're going Tackle. Are we trading down to get the tackle? But we're going to have a good time, man. We're going to have a good time. Mark, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. Draft said, we're going to be live at 7. The draft starts at 8. Mark says, Finns trade up and get Wirfs to force Simmons on us. Possible, but the rumor that have come out is that we're just as interested in Andrew Thomas. But anything's possible, Mark. I'm not ruling anything out. That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting until that ticket's in. I'm waiting until I hear the pick, till I know what the New York Giants did. And Taco, thank you so much for the love, man. He says, before I leave, stand up. Taco, thank you so much for the love. I appreciate it. Greg, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate the love, man. $5 donation. He says, not sure what to add the other than, as stated previously. This has brought me even closer to the Giants and Giants fandom. Thank you for all your efforts. Greg, man, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And I'll say the same thing to you guys. You guys, I never, ever thought my channel would, I've been on YouTube for less than 2 years. I never thought my channel would ever grow near this big. And you guys have made me a more passionate Giants fan than I ever was. Because me, obviously I was a huge Giants fan, but me talking about the Giants, reporting on the Giants, talking to other Giants fans, makes me love the team that much more. So, same thing goes to you guys. You guys make me a better Giant fan. So, thank you to everybody in the chat. Kyle, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. And he says, rumor, Tampa Bay will draft a retirement package. Yeah, he's getting up there. DJ Smooth with the $2 donation. He says, is a draft a failed young, not a New York Giant? Is a draft a failed if young, not a New No! How is the draft a fail if we don't get Chase Young? That's like, so we failed already. If that's your mindset, we already failed. Giants got an F. We're not getting Chase Young. Chase Young is not going to be a Giant. Oh, thank you so much, LX. Thank you for becoming a member. Stand up, new member. Thank you for joining the channel. I really appreciate that. We have become more than a... Yeah, I agree, man. It's like a community. It's like you build a community, man. That's what's great about YouTube. Let's see what we got here. New member. What's going on, Goquan? Yvonne says, if Ruiz doesn't make it to 36, then take Chin, then Hennessy at 99. I would love Hennessy at 99. I don't think he's getting there. I really don't think he's getting there. But he might. You know, you can't predict second and third round picks. Let's see what we got here. Who do you not want the Eagles to get? And I appreciate that, Alex Sports. Thank you very much. I do not want them to get one of the top 3 wide receivers. You know, and even though I think Judy and Lamb are the better receivers, I'm almost more scared of Ruggs because I just think, you look at all right, first off, I think of Deshaun Jackson and how he used to always burn us over the top and he gave me nightmares. But the other thing I think about, you look at our corners, we don't have the quickest corners, right? We've got more physical guys. Bradbury's not the speedster of the, you know, and Baker certainly isn't. He's like a 4.55 speed, I think it was last year. I don't see how they match up with the guy who runs a 4.27. So, I think against us, he would be the worst matchup. I think the other two are better receivers, but I think Ruggs against us would destroy our secondary. That's what I worry about. Arturo, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. Hello, Matt Harvey. So excited for the draft. Thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Yeah, people seem to think sometimes I look like Matt Harvey. I appreciate that, Arturo. Thank you very much. And Noah, man, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. Do you think there's any possibility that we don't take a tackle or Simmons with our first pick? There's always a possibility, man. There's always a possibility. Right now, if you had to tell me, I would say 85% we're going tackle. I'd say 10% we're going Simmons. I'm saying 5% field. That's what I'd have it. 85, 10, 5. Maybe 80, 15, 5. 80% tackle, 15% Simmons, 5% field. Jose Castillo, man, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that, man. Stand up, new member. Thank you very much for becoming a member, man. And, Malik Thompson, man, thank you. Another phenomenal supporter of my channel. Another member. $10 donation. Hey, what's up, Chris? Today is the biggest days for 32 players, and I already did my daily conditioning for football season. If there's a football season, but I want to be like these guys getting drafted. Malik, man, I wish you nothing but the best, man, and hopefully one day I'm talking about you in a New York Giants uniform. That'd be great. And, Malik, it's looking like we're getting your hog. Sounds like it. I don't want to jinx anything, but it sounds like we're getting a hog, and I know you want a hog. Jordan, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. What's your big board top 10 look like? Ooh. All right, if we're just talking best player, that's a great question. Chase Young's 1. I'd probably have Burrow, even though I'd probably have Burrow 2. I'd have Chase Young 1, Joe Burrow 2, Okuda 3. And it's so close, man. Like they said, like Edelman said, to me, it's like splitting hairs with Simmons and the tackles. I would say very slightly Simmons 4. Very slightly Simmons 4. And then I'd probably have Wills, Thomas right after that. I think the tackles are definitely in consideration for being in the top 5. Definitely. And if it's that close, the tackle's a much more important position. Especially when you factor in everything on the New York Giants roster right now with the young quarterback and everything else. Yeah, you could definitely argue Brown 5, but again, not a need. I'm not thinking about Brown. But yeah, Brown's probably 5. That's fair to say, but we don't need Brown. I think, let's put it this way. The tackles are definitely close enough, in my opinion, to 4 and 5, where we should take them. When you factor all the reasons why I said that we should take a tackle. Sean, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. I don't have 2 in my top. Well, as a talent, I have 2 in my top 10. But he wouldn't be in my top 10. The injury concerns worry me way too much. Are we a playoff team as we stand? No. I'd be lying to you if I told you otherwise. I don't lie on my channel. No. Anything could happen in the NFL. Things could break right. But the Giants are setting this team up for the future. They're not setting the team up for this year. It's not going to be fixed in 1 year. And especially if they take an offensive lineman. This is long-term thinking. And for all the people that hate Dave Gettleman, and if he misses on the pick, he misses on the pick. One thing you got to give Gettleman credit for. I don't care how much you hate him. One thing you got to give Gettleman credit for this offseason, especially if they take the tackle. He did not handle this offseason to save his job. He handled this offseason to set this franchise up for the next 10 years. And you got to give him credit for that. Because Jerry Reese was in the same situation in 2016, and he tried to save his job, and he didn't think about the next 10 years. Period. You got to give Gettleman credit for that. Whether or not it works out, he didn't put himself above the team. That's my take. And Love God, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. Who will be our right tackle if we pick Thomas? If we pick Thomas at 4, it's either going to be obviously Solder or Thomas. The question is, are you going to shift Solder over to the right tackle, or are you going to leave? That's the question. Thomas is a natural left tackle. It's a great question because Solder's never played the right tackle. That Giants are going to have to figure that out. But I think Thomas is definitely equipped to play the right tackle. Maybe that's what they do in his rookie year, and they shift him over to the left tackle the following year. That's what I would lean that they would do, but maybe not. DJ Smooth, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. He says, "You crazy, Chris. We're making the playoffs." Listen, it's football at the end of the day. Any given Sunday, they could make the playoffs, especially with 7 teams making it. But if you're asking me if I'm picking them, I'm not. I want them to make the playoffs. I'm a fan. But I try to be unbiased. I don't think they're going to make it this year. They could. Kyle, thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. Are we not talking about Brady breaking into the into the wrong house? Also, do you believe we could trade the second for a late first rounder like we did last time? Yeah. I think anything's open for possibility, whether that's trading up from the back end of the second to the front end of the second to the back end of the first, or trading down. I think you go either way there. If you ask me what's more probable, I think trading down is more probable, but I think everything's going to be dependent on who falls to what area. If there is a guy there at 30 that they have ranked 12 on their board, they could trade up for him. So it's all dependent on how the draft flows. You know what I'm saying? Jockey Walker, man, thanks for the $5 donation. If the Skins trade back with the Finns, will the Lions let Young slide down to us? If so, would you address the offensive line? Okay, if the Skins trade down to 5, will the Lions let you? That's the question of the draft, man. That's the only way it's possible. They would have to trade. Well, here's the thing. Per the proposed trade, the rumors, the Dolphins would look to acquire the 3rd pick to take 3 and 5 to trade up to 1. They would presumably take Burrow, and then you're saying somebody trades up with the Redskins. I still don't think the Lions would pass on him. But if that happens, then we start to get excited. Let's put it that way. It's a much stronger chance he falls to us, but I'm still not banking on it. Jonah, thank you for the $5 donation. Trade down with the Chargers for the 6th and the 37th pick. Take Wills at 6, Winfield and Trayvon Diggs, or Trayvon Diggs at 36, and Biadasz at 30. Winfield and Trayvon Diggs at 36 or 37. You secure your secondary, and Biadasz at 99, Gandy Golden at 110. If that happens, in a perfect world, if Biadasz gets to 99, and you get a corner, you get a safety, and you get a tall wide receiver, that's a great draft. Don't know if Biadasz is going to get there, but if it happens, yeah. Christian, thank you for the $2 donation. Last time we went early, Pugh and Flowers, ouch. It's true. And like I told you guys yesterday, were you guys crying about the Saquon Barkley pick because of all the early running backs we missed on? Ron Dayne, David Wilson, right? Tyrone Wheatley. All misses. Doesn't mean it can't work. Malik, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. If Gettleman draft, will we be a playoff team and able to keep his job? Because the first round, you get some good Hall of Famers in there. But if you find the right players in the late round, well, that's what it's all about. Winning championships is in the late round. It always has been. And thank you for the love, Malik. I appreciate it. It always has been. You go back, even when we won a championship with Reese, he was hitting on late round picks. It was the second half of his career where he didn't, but that's where you win. That's why I love the late rounds. A lot of people just watch the first round because those are the sexy names. Super Bowl teams are built in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round. And yeah, if he finds some diamonds in the rough, maybe we do outperform what a lot of people think. Maybe these young players with better coaching get a lot better than people think. I'm just trying to be conservative. I don't want to set the expectations too high for a young football team with a new coaching staff. But thanks for the love, man. I appreciate it. Triple C with the $2 donation. It's only been an hour, and you already made my day's pay. Man, Triple C, man. First of all, I want to say thank you for all the love you always show my channel, man. And a Central Coast Climber has been with my channel before I was monetized. And he's not even a Giants fan. He's been watching I know because he's a Jaguar fan. We played the Jaguars week 1 last year. That's where he found my channel, and he's been active in my channel ever since. He's been a phenomenal supporter of my channel. He's always backed me, so always showed me words of encouragement from the start. So I want to say thank you for everything you've done for my channel. And Love God with the $5 donation. Do you think we need to get 2 tackles in the draft, seeing that Nate Solder won't be there after this year? I don't want to take 2 tackles early. I don't want to take a tackle on the first, tackle on the second. Some people have brought that up. Now, if somebody ridiculous falls, whatever, you're open to it. But I think you need to fill in the center. I think there's defensive needs. Do I think you could take a tackle in the 5th or 6th? Yeah, I think they should. I think they should take 2 tackles in this draft. Thanks to you, I follow closely now. I appreciate that, Charlie. Charlie G left me a really nice comment. I think it was yesterday or the day before. He said, "You have officially become my Giants insider." And that, I get comments like that every once in a while. That's friggin' awesome, because I'm just a fan like everybody else. So, that's friggin' awesome. So I appreciate the support, Charlie. Bad Dog is in the house, and there he is. The little doggy icon right there. We're going to be over there in 5 hours, less than 5 hours, 4 hours and 59 minutes. So you're not going to want to miss that. We'll be talking draft all night. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. Ngakoue or Clowney? I'd go with Ngakoue. Ngakoue's younger, doesn't have the injury. I'd go with Yannick. Got to go with Yannick. Yeah, you got to go with Yannick. Let's see. No stealth. No stealth. No stealth. I know. I heard Charlie. I heard that Todd McShay's got it. He's not gonna do the draft tonight. That's crazy. That's horrible, man. The dog is in the house. Yeah, that's my dad. That's my dad, by the way. Nancy, that's my dad. He says the dog is in the house. Rudy Pat with the $5 donation. I haven't been here for a while. What happened? You know what it is, Rudy? During games I'll do it, but during the Q&As I try to get to every question as fast as I can. But I'll do it for you. I think the $5 was bends the knees. Rudy Pat with the $5 donation. He says I haven't been here for yeah. But thank you for the love, man. I appreciate all the support on the channel, man. Yeah, what's good, my man? Entertainer Senior. Chris, I just picked up a pack of White Claws. First time for everything. I had White Claws for the first time, actually, when I went to the Rolling Stones concert at MetLife Stadium. It's a great summer drink. I'm a beer guy. White Claw's pretty good if you get the right flavor. I had it when I went. My brother gave it to me when I went to a Rolling Stones concert. It's pretty good. Let's blow this thing up tonight. That's right. Can't wait for you guys. I can't. We're famous, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. Cannot wait. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm feeling good, man. I'm going in confident that we're taking what I wanted all along. But I'll be okay with Simmons. I'll be happy with Simmons. Christian, thank you for the $2 donation. Are we going to trade Ingram Niners first? No, we're not getting. If we trade Ingram, we're not getting the Niners first. And the only way we would, you'd have to include more trades, more picks rather. Ingram's not worth that. He's not. Evan Ingram was basically drafted there. Now he's at the tail end of his rookie deal. He's been injured his entire career. He's not worth that. You'd have to include 3rd round this year, probably a future 3rd round, to even have a possibility of getting 31. That's a huge jump. Yo, Chris, we getting a 2nd round pick from Jacksonville in the Yannick trade? I honestly don't think we're going to. I'm leaning that we're going to stay at 4. I really am. I'm leaning that we're going to stay at 4, and I'm leaning that we're going to take the tackle. Crispy, thank you for the $2 donation. How would you feel if we take a tackle over Young? I would want Young in that situation. I've expressed that because I think the edge rusher is arguably more important than the tackle, and he is that good of a prospect. But first off, that's not going to happen. He's not going to be there. But I would not be upset. You would not see me flip out. For all the reasons that I've said that we should take a tackle, I would not flip out. And like I said, it was a debate. Bad Dog made a video on it. It was a debate before the combine. Andrew Thomas or Chase Young. So you're not going to see me flip out. Regardless. If we take a tackle, I'm going to be happy. I would not flip out. Let's see what we got here. Can we include Ingram, Solder, and a pick for 110 for Trent Williams, you think? Imagine a line of Zeitler, Wills, Ruiz, Williams, and Hernandez. But can we trade Ingram, Solder, and a pick for one? We're not getting Trent Williams. I mean, he's a good player, but the Redskins aren't going to give us a left tackle. It's not going to happen. It's just not realistic. It's not going to happen. Hunter, man, thanks for love, man. I appreciate it. My buddy's a Dallas fan, says we take a punter first. Tell your buddy to shut up. There's no way we're taking a punter. That's the only position we're good at. We actually have a good punter. That's the last thing we need. Dana, no joke, take a bow, bro, because you covered the Giants pre-draft better than any Giants fan could ever have asked for. With that said, take a breath and enjoy tonight. Oh, I'm gonna have the beers. I'm definitely gonna enjoy myself, man. I'm gonna have some fun with you guys tonight, man. I'm gonna have some fun with you guys the next 3 days. I'm gonna have some fun with you guys the next 3 days, and I'm gonna go live. I'm gonna do this again tomorrow for like 2.5, 3 hours, whatever, before day 2, and then we're gonna be live here for the draft. And I appreciate all the love you guys show me, man. I like hanging out with you guys, talking Giants, and this only comes once a year, so I try to enjoy it, man. Try to enjoy it. My boys roll. What's going on, Christian? Let's see what we got here. You can drink. Yeah, I'm gonna drink tonight. I'm gonna have some beers tonight, David. I'm gonna have some Stellas. We be pumping already. Let's do it, Card Coach says. What's going on, Julian? Hey, thanks for popping in the stream. Can the tackles in the draft contain Chase Young? Not their first year. No. But over time, yes. The other thing is this. You're not going to fix the offensive line with one tackle. I don't care how good he is. You're going to need the offensive line as a whole to be good. Now, the good news is we already have good guards. You hope Hernandez, gets better this year, but we already have good guards. And if you focus on that center in round 2, or you get him in round 3, and he's good, you almost got a complete offensive line. But I do think it's going to take at least a year and a half for them to hit their full stride. They're rookies. You don't expect rookies to be top in the league right away. Now, Nelson was, but that's rare, especially at the tackle. I think it's easier for a guard to transition than a tackle. I'll see you later, Bad Dog. Top 3 wide receivers we could get. Okay, so that's not the top 3 wide receivers in the draft. Claypool, if he ever fell, is a very popular choice. Do I think he's going to get to 99? No. Hodgins is a guy I've talked about in terms of value in the 5th. Gandy Golden in the 4th or the 5th area. Those are some guys that I've got my eye on. Hodges is definitely a guy I got my eye on. The kid from Minnesota, Peoples-Jones from Michigan. That's who I had mocked in my last mock. 4th round pick. I like him a lot. And I think the Giants are going to like him a lot. He's got a lot of upside, that kid. And Joe Judge said he's going to draft for upside. So keep your eye out for Peoples-Jones as well. Tyler Johnson out of Minnesota is another one. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft. Duvernay. Another good. A couple of my subscribers like him. Duvernay's another one out of Tennessee. Charlie, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. PFF just said Jalen Reagor going to the Raiders at 12. Nothing would shock me. But there's no way they could know that. But, what if somebody else reaches? But nothing would shock me on draft night. DJ Smooth with the $2 donation. I'm hurt because we're not getting an elite pass rusher. Yeah, but if they're not there, you can't get upset. You got to take whatever's the best. You have to combine need and best player. You know, when you have a need at a very important position and they're close to the best player available, you usually take them. That's been my process with the tackle the whole time. And as far as the edge rusher goes, well, there's nobody there worth taking. So you can't get upset about it. You hope the next draft there is, or free agency, whatever. From Texas, my bad. Texas. A good wide receiver, but he's not going to be there at 99, I don't think. And 36, I don't think the Giants are taking a wide receiver. 1 Wirfs, 2 Okwara, 3 Dye. I mean, if they go that way, I'm not going to be that upset. You get a center, I guess, in round 4. Okwara to me is a little bit of a reach at 36, and I like Okwara. I like Dye a lot. I'm a big Dye guy. I wouldn't be upset if that happened. Let's see what we got here. For the first 2 picks, I either like Simmons and Ruiz or Wills and Delpit. My first 2 picks, I want to tackle in the center. That's what I want. But I'm not going to be upset if they do a variety. If they trade down, that completely changes everything. But if they're picking at 4 and 36, my perfect first 2 picks are a tackle and Ruiz. That's my A+ draft. If Ruiz ever fell to 36, and they got the tackle and they got Ruiz, I'm jumping. Let's see what we got here. Would you rather the Giants take a punter or a quarterback? Quarterback. You don't draft punters. Who do you think is the pick right now? I'm still saying Wirfs, but Thomas is getting some traction late, and Wills is definitely in play as well. If they're going tackle, I think it's one of those 3. I don't think Becton's in play. Wirfs, Wills, or Thomas. I would slightly favor Wirfs, but Thomas and Wills are right there. It's really close for me. Blue Jackets talk. Thank you so much for the $2 donation. What about the defense? The defense has to be focused on as well. We spent like I said, we cannot fix this team in one season. That's just my mindset. We spent almost all of our free agency money on the defense. We spent almost all. People forget this. Look at last year's draft. People say we didn't spend any early picks on the defense. We had 3 first-round picks, 2 on the defense. Every pick we made outside of Daniel Jones and Slayton, I believe, was on the defense. I think we had like 9 picks. And every pick outside of 2 was on the defense. Every free agent acquisition we brought in this offseason, outside of a swing tackle, was pretty much on the defense. So people seem to have this agenda that we don't focus on the defense till last. We have focused on the defense. It's just that they're young and they haven't developed yet. And maybe they weren't in the right system, and hopefully they get better. And I'm not saying the defense doesn't need improvement, but we focus more on the defense the last year than the offense. We got a quarterback, and we got a swing tackle and a wide receiver in the 5th round. Blue Jackets talk. Thank you for the $2 donation. Report just said the Cardinals may still get Lamb. That's possible. I've always thought that was still in play. Hunter with the $3 donation, $2.79 donation. Thoughts on Rosas? Didn't impress me last season. I think that Rosas needs improvement. But at the end of the day, he did have a poor long snapper. And some people say that Diassi had a lot to do with it. UCD the hog sandwich come draft night. Raphael says, none of them are game changers. You're probably right, Travi. I won't debate that. Josh Allen would have been a game changer. That's why I wanted Josh Allen last year. That's why you see me going crazy when we took Daniel Jones. And I'm not saying we don't need a game changer. We do. But we also need to address the offensive line. And it's just a matter of preference of when you want to fix it. People seem to think, in my opinion, that you can't. People are saying that this guy's a generational player. You're telling me there's not going to be another guy like Isaiah Simmons in next year's draft? There's Isaiah Simmons in every draft. Maybe not the same position. Maybe he doesn't run the same 40 time. There is going to be an impact. There's going to be several impact. Matter of fact, there's probably going to be more impact defensive players in next year's draft. Because there's not that many in this one. The draft before is why I wanted to go defense. It was a defense draft. Last year it was the top 15 prospects, I think like 12 or 13 were defense. This is a tackle draft. This draft is known for deep tackles and deep wide receivers. So you can find it. We don't, that's just my take. That's my take. Nerf, thank you for the $5 donation. It just sunk in that trading down is the best for us. What picks do we currently have, and what could we get in a trade? Yeah, we have 4, 36, 99, 110. In terms of trading down, if we're not getting Yannick, if you're getting Yannick, like I said, I think it's 9 in Yannick, and maybe a third. But I've said all along, trading down is the best option. But I honestly don't think the trade down scenario is going to be there. I really don't think so. There's not a Simmons. I mean, maybe not at the linebacker position, but my point is, J-Zac, there is going to be an impact defensive player next year's draft. It might not be at the middle linebacker. It might be at the edge rusher. It might be there's going to be impact defensive players. Simmons, to me, is a very unique player. He's very versatile, but there's going to be a player that can impact the defense, maybe in a different way, just as strongly as Isaiah Simmons can. That's just my opinion. Blue Jackets with the $2 donation. Report just said that the Raiders may be taking Ngakoue. Yeah, well, that came out yesterday, that the Raiders were interested in Yannick Ngakoue. That came out yesterday. So I don't think the Giants are getting him at this point. You know, I thought it was possible, but I don't think we're getting him at this point. Roldy, man, thanks for love. I appreciate it, man. When we picked Barkley with the second pick, what were you saying? There's running backs in every class. First of all, Roldy, in fairness to me, I wasn't on YouTube when we took Barkley. And if I was on YouTube, my honest opinion, and I love Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley is my favorite player in the National Football League. I'm happy he's a New York Giant. I want to keep Saquon Barkley. I tell you all the time, Roldy, if it was me, I would have traded down. If I didn't want a quarterback, I would have traded down. I would not have taken Saquon Barkley at 2. I would have traded down. And the reason why Daniel Jones didn't, Dave Gettleman didn't trade down is because he knew he wasn't going to get Barkley at 5. And that was the guy he wanted. But me, and I love Barkley, I would have traded down. I would have traded down. I would have gotten Chubb or Nelson. And I would have gotten more assets. That's the truth. Am I happy Barkley's here? Yeah, I love Barkley, but I would have traded down. Mark, thank you for the $5 donation. There was only one Isaiah Simmons faster than Hester, jumps higher than Julio, better broad jump than Kamara, best linebacker athlete to come out since the combine. He's a fantastic athlete. Fantastic athlete. No doubt about it. Doesn't mean that there's not going to be other great defensive players. I hear this every year. There's only one this guy. There's only one that guy. Nobody was even talking about Simmons until Chase Young couldn't fall to us. And I'm not saying that he's not a special talent. He is. But there'll be another guy next year that you guys love on defense. Trust me. But last year was the defensive draft to do it. We should have taken... I'm happy with Daniel Jones. But that's why I wanted Josh Allen as badly as I did. New York Light with the $2 donation. Why do people kill Eli for interceptions yet praise Favre? Because he plays in New York. That's why. Because he plays in New York. Just, Emil, there will be another tackle next year, but here is my argument. Tackle takes a year to develop. I think we all agree on that. So if you take a tackle this year, he's not going to be at his full potential if he works out, and we hope he does, until year 3 of Daniel Jones. If you wait another year, you're waiting till the 4th year of Daniel Jones' career. He's on the 2nd year of his rookie contract. He's got only 1 more year left on his rookie contract. Saquon Barkley's now in his 5th year. And you still haven't fixed the offensive line. How much longer are we going to put this off? You've invested in the quarterback, you've invested in the running back, but you haven't given them the support system to get the most out of those investments. How much longer are we going to put that off? You've invested all your free agency money in the defense. You invested every draft pick we had in last year's draft in the defense, outside of the quarterback that doesn't have an offensive line to protect for him. How much longer are we going to put it off? Jorge, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. Thank you for the thumbs up. I've seen a rumor the Lions could trade down with the... yeah, somebody told me that, Alex. Somebody told me that, Alex. I saw it, and maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Should we trade up for Ruiz and give up a future 3rd and 36? Yeah, I would do that. Absolutely. I think it would cost more than that, depending on where you're trading up, but I would absolutely do that. Daniel Jones needs a tall wide receiver. I think we get a tall wide receiver, but I think you get a tall wide receiver in the 4th or 5th. I don't think you need to take him in the 2nd. Hodgins. Look up Hodgins, guys. Hodgins is 6'4". Gandy Golden, 6'4". They're talented. This is a very deep wide receiver class. You could get a good wide receiver in the 4th round that's tall. You don't need to take him in the 2nd. What's going on, Scotty H? Thanks for popping in the stream. Oh, Jody, man. Thanks for the love, man. I appreciate that, man. $10 donation. I really appreciate that. He says, trade down with the Panthers. Give them picks 4 and 99 plus a 2nd or 3rd next year for picks 7, 38, and 99. Wills at 7. Winfield at 36. Christian Fulton at 38. Cushenberry at 69. And Gandy Golden at 110. It's an interesting trade offer. We're giving them 4 and 99 plus, we'll say, a 3rd next year. We get 7, 38, 69. I mean, it gives you the pick where we lost. It essentially gives us our pick back for that we lost for the Leo Williams trade. And we would get an extra 2nd-round pick. If you could orchestrate that, yeah, because you're still probably getting the same player at 7 that you would have gotten at 4. Makes a lot of sense, Joda. Stickball, thank you for the love, man. I appreciate it. Chris, what are your thoughts on Jonah Jackson? To be completely honest with you, I don't know. I've seen the name. I haven't done enough research on him, to be completely honest with you. By the way, Stickball Sports has a great channel over there. He's just starting it up. Great supporter of my channel. Going over there and check him out. I haven't done enough research on him to give you a good answer. Kyle Petrano with the $2 donation. If Young is available at 3, would you be okay to move up? Yes, depending on the price. Yes, I think he's a player worth trading up for. Absolutely, yes. And he plays the 2nd most important position. Daniel with the $5 donation. Stand up! Draft night. Why is everyone making it complicated, Chris? Just take an offensive tackle tonight. I get it. I get why it's complicated, because our defense sucks. I get it. I get the complication. I get the debate. I've given my reasons. That's it. And I think there's sound reasons. I think they're very sound reasons. And I think there's sound reasons for defense. But take on it, man. You're going to need to fix both anyway. Fix that first. Hakeem, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. Stickball, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your dark horse team to trade up. God bless, brother. My dark horse team to trade up. I mean, in terms of trading up at all in the 1st round, or we're talking about just trading up into the top 5 picks? If we're talking about trading up at all, I can see, like I said earlier, I could see the Patriots, the Saints. I could see one of those 2 trading up for a quarterback. If we're talking early, the Falcons. The Falcons. There's been rumors about the Falcons trying to move up to get a high-impact defensive player. They tried to move up to 2, supposedly. And the Falcons have done that in the past. They've given up huge trade packages to move up. They got Julio Jones. They gave up a lot. So, I'll say they're the dark horse, the Falcons. Let's see what we got. Chris, they should trade back, and I like Caleb Vaughn. I would love to get 2 picks to be able to get Caleb Vaughn Chase on. Would you give up Wills and next year's first for Young? No. Probably not. No. Nope, I wouldn't do that. Because you don't know how bad we're going to be next year. Even with Young, you could be giving up a top 5, 6, 7 pick. So if that would be the price, I don't think I'd give up next year's first. You asked me if I would trade up. I would trade up for a certain price. I wouldn't do that. No. If one of the top 3 receivers is there at 14, I want my Packers to trade up. I think that's a big price, Jesse, for you guys to trade up. You guys would be trading up all the way from 30. If I'm a Packers fan, it's a deep class. You're still getting a really good receiver at 30. I'm keeping my assets. I'm keeping my assets. I'm getting a couple impact players on my football team. So we got here. What do you think are the chances if we trade down to get A.J. Epinesa? If we trade down and we get 2 second-round picks, I personally think A.J. Epinesa is going to be there when we pick in the 2nd round. I don't think we're going to take him. I really don't. I don't think we're going to take him. I don't think they're going to view him as a great fit for our defense. He's not incredibly versatile. He's kind of married to a 4-3 system. Christian, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He says, what's the number 1 pick cost and what's our number 4 cost? Number 1 pick, I mean, if you look at the point chart, it's 3,000 points. I think where we're picking is 1,800 points. It's a significant difference. To jump from 4 to 1, you're giving up a lot. You're giving up a future first and probably a second round pick this year, on top of the number 4 overall, and probably potentially even more than that. You're giving up a lot. Mr. Tristan Wirfs or Jedrick Wills. Nick Gates will prove everyone wrong. I hope he does. The more the merrier. That does it. Then we don't need to take another tackle. Nick Gates will be the right. Thomas will be the left. Solder's not here long term. I'm not just thinking about this upcoming season. I'm thinking about the next 10 years. Andrew Thomas is a 10-year pick. He's a guy who's going to be married to Daniel Jones. He's as important to Daniel Jones as anyone. Why do you think when Dan Marino, at the end of every season, Eli Manning at the end of every season, why do you think they buy watches for every one of their offensive linemen? Even though Eli Manning shouldn't have been buying them watches the last couple of years. There's nobody more important to a quarterback than those guys up front. Andrew Thomas is going to be with Daniel Jones for the next decade. Should we trade up for Ruiz and give a future third? Yeah, I answered that already, stupid videos. Yes, in that trade, 100%. Hypothetically, if Young slides to 4, yes, I would. As much as I want an offensive tackle, I would. Yes, I would take Chase Young. He's the best player in this draft. He fills a huge need. Yes, I would. I appreciate that, Stealth Raven. Thank you very much. Hey, Chris, do we look for Zeitler replacement next year? You definitely could. Gates could be the replacement. Everybody's just thinking right tackle with Gates. Gates is a guard that shifted to the tackle. He's versatile. That's what's valuable about him. That's why the more offensive linemen you draft, the better. Even if Gates is good, he might not be the future right tackle. He might be the future replacement for Zeitler. You have to replace all these players. Zeitler's only got another year left on his deal. He's over 30 years old. And 2 years left on his deal. What do you think about linebackers other than Simmons? I like him. If Patrick Queen's there in the second round, I want to take him probably. Depending on who else is there. But yeah, I like Patrick Queen. I like Kenneth Murray. I like Logan Wilson in the third round if he's there. Yeah, there's a lot of good linebacker prospects in this draft. Let's see what we got here. What if we trade 4 to Miami? Does that cost their 2 late firsts? No. No. If we trade from 4 to 5, you're getting a second round pick. Yeah, you're getting their second round pick probably. I don't even think you're getting 26. I could be wrong, but I don't think you would. Hey Chris, after round 1, do we get that normal explanation from Dave Gettleman on why he chose that dude? What do you mean, yeah, man? What do you mean, best player available, gold jacket? Is that what you're saying? Here's what Dave Gettleman, if I'm Dave Gettleman, and people question me as to if they view Isaiah Simmons as the gold jacket prospect, this is what I would say if I'm Dave Gettleman. Even if you don't view Andrew Thomas as a gold jacket player, which we do, but even if you don't view him, we drafted him to make sure our gold jacket quarterback stays healthy. Discussion over. We drafted him to make sure that our gold jacket running back has lanes to run through. Discussion over. What's going on, Joe? Thanks for popping in the stream. Am I doing a live draft? Yes, I'm gonna be on Bad Dogs channel. I'm gonna be on Bad Dogs channel. The link is in the description below. Would you give a second for Yannick? Would I give a second for Yannick? Probably, yeah. I'd probably give 36 for Yannick. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Hey, Chris, I have seen a lot of Giants trading up to 3 to get their I hope not. I don't want that. I don't want that. You think we get 2 alignment in the first round? That is my prediction. Yeah, it's possible we trade up for Ruiz or trade down and get 2 first-round picks and take Ruiz. That's possible. If we have like the 20, 21, 22, 23 area, it's possible we go tackle center in the first round. Definitely possible. Y'all can't come to an agreement on who the number one. Now this is what I'll say. Travy. And I get it. That's a common argument that people have against the tackle. First off, you're right, and I think but my argument to that is, does anybody just think it's possible, being that this has been? Do you guys realize that I saw it on ESPN today? If 4 tackles go in the first 15 picks, which most people are saying is going to happen, this is the first draft in the last 30 years that 4 tackles will go in the first 15 picks. So what does that tell you? This is one of the best tackle classes of all time. Hasn't happened in 30 years. Okay? So did anybody ever think that the reason that people can't differentiate who the best tackle is because they're all very, very good? Like, that's, in my opinion, that's the reason. It's not because they're all mediocre. They're all very, very good tackle prospects. And Hot Nichols, thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate that. Can Nate play left tackle or Ken Thomas? I honestly don't know what they'll do there. For the first year. Like, I've made my argument to keep Solder there, and I've made my argument to keep to move Thomas there. I could see Thomas playing the right tackle the first year. He's definitely going to be the left tackle of the future if they draft him. Yeah, it's a strong tackle class. It's like when think back to 2004 with Eli Manning. And most people probably had Eli Manning, but you could have made an argument for Roethlisberger. You could have made an argument for Rivers. It was a strong quarterback class. There are times where it's hard to differentiate because look at the wide receivers this year. Should the Raiders, who need a wide receiver, should they not take a wide receiver because you can't differentiate who's better, Ruggs, Judy, or Lamb? They're just all really good. You pick the one that you like best and you take them. I do like, did I not say Wills? I like Wills. Wills, Thomas, and Wirfs. Those are my 3 favorite. Wills, Thomas, and Wirfs. What's going on, Mutt, guys? Thanks for popping in the stream. Wills, Thomas, and Wirfs. Those are my 3 favorite. I understand the fascination with Becton, but Wills, Thomas, and Wirfs are my 3 favorite. This day is dragging along. Yeah, but it's almost here, guys. It's almost here. What's going on, Isaiah Simmons? Hog mollies, Miguel says. Yeah, hog mollies. Love watching your streams and videos, mate, from the UK. The content is brilliant. I really appreciate that. Jamie Anderson, thank you very much. I always love when I get subscribers from the UK, man. I love that, man. Love getting overseas fans. And I'm really looking forward to, by the way, my next episode, I got to figure out who I'm going to pick. I've had a couple of people from overseas, Germany, UK, ask me to come on the channel. I think that would be an unbelievable interview to get. I want to get different perspectives from fans, and it'd be really cool to have somebody from England on the channel talking about how they became a football fan. So I think that's going to be my next guest. It'll probably be somebody from overseas. Sarah Small, thank you for the $2 donation. She says, here is my bro, Chris Wills Simmons. Love you. I appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. OGR Sports in the chat. My man, can the draft get here already? Cheers, my man. Just checking in after work. OGR, man, this has been a really fun stream. I suggest going back and watching it because I know you're an offensive line guy. We got into some heated discussion about the hog mollies. But I'm having a lot of fun, man. I cannot wait for the draft. It's looking like we're taking a tackle, and we'll see what happens. Like I said, you're not going to see me upset if we take Simmons like I've said all along, but I think we're taking a tackle. I think we're getting our guy, man. But thank you for popping in, man. Hope you're safe and enjoy your stream tonight. Isaiah Simmons with the $2 donation. Me and Yannick are coming home. We'll see. We'll see, Mr. Simmons. We'll see, Mr. Simmons. We'll see soon enough, man. I'm a huge Tuska guy. Love Tuska. If we get him in the 5th round, I'm jumping for joy if we get Tuska. Tackle, they won't give in. They won't give in. And maybe they'll be right. Maybe I'll be wrong. I'm not giving in either, I suppose. Everything points to the tackle, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Tackle smokescreen. The question I have is what is the smoke screen for? That's what I've always questioned with the alleged smoke screen. What's the smoke screen for? Everybody has always thought we could take Simmons. I don't see a reason for a smoke screen when it comes to not talking about Isaiah Simmons. But I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I appreciate that, Matt. Thank you very much. Do I like steak? Is the Pope Catholic? Does a bear shit in the woods? Yeah, I like steak. Medium rare. Please, get it done. Recon Dog, thank you so much for the $5 donation. I appreciate that. He says, not draft related, but I saw Leo Williams sign his tender, but he's going to file a grievance. I really want that dude gone, just my opinion. I don't blame you, Recon Dog. Great subscriber of mine. I don't blame you that we want him gone. But here's the thing. I've always what was I going to say? I've always known he was going to file this grievance. It was going to happen, you know? So I'm not surprised by that. He's trying to get his money. I can't really get on him for that, but he's not going to win. He's a defensive tackle. He's not going to win. I think he played 84% of his snaps as a defensive tackle. Eagles UK. Stand up, new member. Eagles UK is one of my best supporters on the channel. Always hits the thumbs up on the video, comments. Always retweets my stuff on Twitter. And he's an Eagles fan. He's the best. Thank you for the love, man. Abe Foreman with a $5 donation. He says, if we trade back to 9, who are you taking? Simmons or a tackle if Simmons is still there? Who's the tackles? If Andrew Thomas, Wills, or Wirfs are there, I'm taking the tackle. If they're all gone, I'm taking Simmons. I have him ahead of Becton. Q-Dog with the $5 donation. He says, what's up, entertainer? The place is here, and the time is now. I believe the Giants are in a prime position to continue to build this team through the draft. From your lips to God's ears. Q-Dog, first off, I want to say, I hope you're safe out there. I know you're a truck driver. I know you're going through, this is a tough time for all of us, but especially you. You know, you're always driving from state to state, so I hope you're safe out there. Thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. And yeah, man, one of my most positive subscribers. Always sees both sides of the spectrum, always positive with this football team. And the infamous guy that called out the Daniel Jones pick months before everybody else. Always like to give him a shout out for that. Q-Dog, thanks for popping in the stream, man. I'm looking forward to draft night, buddy. Draft day, what's going on, Dog Tag? Thanks for popping in, man. Stand up, entertainer. I'm going to be a Giant tonight. Joe Burrow's going to be a Giant now. We'll see, Mr. Burrow. Let's see. Justin Herbert seen helping Gettleman put on a sweater vest before the draft. Interesting, Michael. Interesting. Maybe he's going to help him with his internet. Will they use Zoom for the draft? Last I heard, they were. That's last I heard they were. I don't know if that's changed, but last I heard they were. And Charlie with the $2 donation. He says, Chargers signed Brian Bulaga to his lefty trade. Good call. Good call. And the late rumors are coming in that the Dolphins are actually interested in Herbert. We'll see. But Chargers could definitely take two. And they did sign Bulaga. And I remember when they signed him, people were thinking, are they interested in Tua, lefty quarterback? So that might be the case. Any potential edge rushers I like in the second round? Yeah, I mean, Bourne's a guy. Gross Matos is a guy. I don't see Chason falling there. Okwara, but I think it's too early at 36. Those are some of the names. Don Patiocho, thank you so much. Ugly in the front, sexy in the back. Let's go, Giants. He wants that. He wants those hog mollies, man. He wants those hog mollies. Harry Adams, man, thank you so much, man, for the love, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you very much for the $2 donation. Thank you for being a great supporter of the channel. Thank you. Oh, you didn't have to retract. He probably did it by accident. But he meant to send a message. I appreciate the love, regardless. Thank you very much. Chris, got to work during the draft, man. I'm sorry to hear that, Davey, man. I am sorry to hear that. Another great supporter of my channel. Just type in Harry. I think one of my mods might have accidentally deleted your super chat. I don't know if they did or didn't. It might have been by accident. If they did, just type your message and I'll read it. But thank you. And yeah, thank you. We still got almost 600 guys in here. I agree with you. I'm not a Matos guy. I don't want Matos at 43. Now, I do think it's possible we take him because our D-line coach coached him at Penn State. But I think he's in that range. And Epinesa is another one. But I agree he's also probably a 4-3 guy. I think Bourne's the better fit. What's going on, Jeffrey? Ruiz and Winfield available in the second round. Who you take? Ruiz. I like Winfield. You know I like Winfield. I'm taking Ruiz. I think center. I think they're about even in terms of. I'd probably have Ruiz slightly above him in terms of BPA, and I think center's a bigger need. I'm going Ruiz. Chris, good stream. Gotta get ready for the draft and get some food in me, Chris. I gotta get some food in me too. I'm gonna end this stream probably in about half hour, probably around 3:10. We'll call it. Let's see what we got here. He was originally mocked to us at 36 and a lot of mocks, and now he's kind of going later. Possible, definitely possible. That can't be right. It can't be 87 likes. Maybe you got it. Sometimes the likes show up, you got to update. But if that's the case, smash that like, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. There's only a first round tonight, Q-Dog. First round tonight. That's gonna be on Bad Dogs. I don't know if you know that. We're gonna be on Bad Dogs tonight, 7 till whenever it ends, and then tomorrow we're gonna be here, and day 3 we're gonna be here, and that starts at 7. So we'll probably go live at 6, and day 3 it's gonna start at noon. So that'll be early. I cannot wait for the draft tonight, MYG. Cannot wait for the draft tonight. Oh, thank you so much, Harry Adams, man. Thank you so much, man, for the love, man. $5 donation. He says, and I'm sorry about your other super chat. He says, on my way to lunch, Chris. Won't be able to see the draft tonight. Let's get this right, Giants. And that's all any of us want, Harry. At the end of the day, that's all any of us want. And we're both passionate about what we want. Everybody's passionate about what they want. At the end of the day, just get it right. Whatever you do, make sure it's the right. Make sure you get a good player that fills a need. That's all you can hope for tonight, man. That's all you can hope for tonight. Let's see what we got here. Did you hear about Leonard Williams? Yes. I'm not surprised by that, Brooklyn. I knew it was going to happen. Everybody knew that was going to happen. He's going to try to get as much money as he can because he's kind of a guy that could at least debate that he's a defensive end. We knew this was going to happen. I'm not surprised. I'm not even mad at him. He's trying to get his money. I would try to get my money too. He's not going to get it. I think 85% of his snaps were as a defensive tackle. He's not going to get it. Hey, man, if Herbert fell to us in the second, do we think about him? Wow. I don't think that'll happen. I still wouldn't. Maybe you think about trading. You know, maybe you start calling teams that might need a quarterback and say, listen, you want to come up to 36 and get him? But no, I wouldn't take him. What time is the draft? 8 o'clock. Do you think Delpit would be available at 36? I do think he's going to be available at 36. And again, like the second round is too hard to predict. It depends on who's there. But he wouldn't be my first choice even at the safety position. I actually prefer Winfield for the Giants. Ian, thank you so much for the $2 donation. What was worse last season, our defense or our offensive line? It's close. It's close. But I would say the defense. But it's close. Our offensive tackles surrendered more pressures than any other unit in the sport. We couldn't run the ball with the best running back in football, although injuries obviously attributed to that. And we had a rookie quarterback. I try to be fair. But by the same token, our defense was young. And our defensive coordinator, according to everybody, didn't know what the hell he was doing. So the argument that you guys make about a new coach for the offensive line, I can make for the defense. We got a better coordinator now. And you hope that these young players get better. You can make an argument either way. The defense was worse, but the offensive line was still poor, and you still have a second-year quarterback learning a new system that needs all the help he could get. Get something to eat before. Oh, I'm gonna get something to eat, Hakeem. We're gonna end this in about 20, 25 minutes. I'm gonna get something to eat, and then we're gonna be live on Bad Dogs. Who is a first-round projected player you think will drop? Oh, wow. one of the wide receivers I think are going to drop. Not one of the top 3, but one of the wide receivers that most people think is going to go in the first round I think will drop. I don't know which one, but I think a guy that most people think are definitely going in the first, I think will get to the second round. I don't know which one. That's what I'll say. Michael, man, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I appreciate it. Chris, thanks for the great content. Dinner's on me, buddy. Bro, if Chase Young falls to us, I'm going to be so happy I may run through a wall like those old Kool-Aid commercials. I'm going to be happy too. As much as I want the offensive line, Chase Young's a player you can't pass up. At the most important position on a defense. I would run through a wall for him as well. But I wouldn't cry if we didn't take him if we took a tackle. I'm gonna stay consistent with that. Let's see what we got here. Becton could drop definitely due to the drug. He could. I don't think he's gonna fall at 36 though. I really don't think he'll fall at 36. Really don't. Is there a rusher of the same caliber as Young to look out for next year? To my knowledge, to be completely honest, we haven't done enough research yet. But from what I've read, next year's class is much like this one, where there's a lot of really strong tackle prospects and a lot of strong wide receiver prospects. And obviously Lawrence at the top, but that's what I've heard. OGR, man, thanks so much for the love, man. I appreciate that. $5 donation. He says, what is your boldest prediction that you actually think could happen as far as the first round goes with the draft? Tua. That's been my boldest prediction for a couple of weeks now. I haven't been super outspoken about it. I've mentioned it in streams. Tua is going to drop out of the top 10. That's my boldest prediction. Said that for 2 weeks. Tua. That's my pick. I could be wrong, but that you asked for a bold take. Tua. Let's get these hogs, Bradley says. That's right. I would jump up and down if... Yeah, I think we all would. Tua could go to New England. I wouldn't rule it out, New York Sports Hub. I definitely wouldn't rule it out, man. We should take Simmons and then trade back into the first round. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Giants are going tackle. That's a good bold take, Jersey Life says. Yeah, that's my pick. I think he falls out of the top 10. What's going on, Jeremy? And Jeremy thinks Simmons and Becton in round 2. Listen, I'll say this to all the people that want Simmons. If you guaranteed me before the draft and you said Becton's going to be there at 36, all aboard, Simmons, I'll take him. Becton ain't going to be there at 36. I don't think so. I could be wrong. But yeah, Jeremy, if that happens tonight, let's rock and roll, baby. Let's rock and roll. That's a great first 2. Tiki Barber on WFN. Miami trying to trade both 3 and 5. I know, I heard that, Mizrahi. I heard that. And Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. He says, man, I love you, but why did you block my guy, Mir? I didn't block anybody. What do you mean? I didn't block anybody, Taco. And Tom Ty with the $2 donation. He says, if we get Brown, will you cry, laugh, or get drunk? All the above. All the above. I want worse bad. I'm going to tell you what, man. There's late noise, Mizrahi, coming in on Thomas now. But the one guy that's been connected to the Giants the entire time, the one guy that was getting late traction in terms of social media yesterday, where he was liking Giants tweets, Saquon Barkley's liking his, whatever, has been worse. I'm staying consistent. I could see Thomas. I could see Wills. I still think Wirfs is the favorite. I don't think it's an overwhelming favorite. I still think Wirfs is the favorite. But I could definitely see Thomas and Wills. Cash Money, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, tired of all the rumors and mocks. Tonight, it all goes down. Winning all you Giants fans, good luck. From a Miami fan. Cash Money, great subscriber of mine. And best of luck to you, man. Hopefully you end up with whoever you want. And hopefully you don't take our player. Hopefully you don't trade up to 3 and steal our guy. And at 26, if you guys could pass on Ruiz, because I think you guys are going to take him. I got you guys mocked to take Ruiz. If you guys could pass on Ruiz, let him get to 36, Cash Money. I'd appreciate it. I really would. So let me know if you can figure that out for us. Giants for life, Trevor says. Lions talking about trade. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that the Lions are talking about trading. If Ingram is traded and the New York Giants get 31, who are you taking? If Evan Ingram is traded and we got that, we wouldn't get 31. We need to trade more than Ingram. But let's just hypothetically say we had the 31st pick. I'm taking Ruiz if he's there. Taking Ruiz at 31, and then I'm taking my safety at 36, or a pass rusher at 36. That's what I'm doing. King Keys, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, check Jordan Rannon's last tweet, Dana. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. And let me take a quick look. Let's see what Jordan Rannon just said. And I'm sure we're gonna get some drama leading up into the draft. Entering today, was told the top priority for Giants was to move down. They want to add more picks. Likely in day 2, need a willing partner though. One of the few teams I'd heard was the Jaguars. But as of last check, they didn't seem likely. So there you go. I mean, yeah. I mean, this whole time, they have not hidden the fact that they want to trade down. And as this draft has gotten closer, it seems like it's going to be hard for us to find a partner. You can't get on them you can't get on the Giants if they can't find somebody to trade down with. If there was a trade there and they passed it up, you can. If there's nothing there, you can't get upset. So it sucks if there's not a partner, and we could have traded down and gotten the same player, but at the end of the day, if you can't trade down, you take the player you want to take. TD says, you're reading so intense, I love it. Should we get Wills and Becton if he's still there? I won't be upset if we did that. Ideally, people have asked me that. I wouldn't do it. I would get the center. Again, it depends on who's there at 36. If there's not a great center prospect there, and you can double up on the tackle, you don't got to worry about the position now. Maybe, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't expect it to happen. The Hog Mollies are coming. Thoughts on Alex Highsmith? Solid edge rusher. Good guy to target in the 4th round if he's there. Depending on what we do in the rounds before, but could be a target in the 4th. Chris, Bielema has connection. Yeah, I know he does. That's why I think Bourne is definitely in play for the Giants in the 2nd round. 100% in play for the Giants. He fits our scheme as well. He's versatile. He's kind of like Van Noy. Van Noy was a guy we were supposedly interested in, who liked Joe Judge, thought he fit Joe Judge's philosophy well. Well, Bourne's kind of like him. So he could be the guy if we're going defense at 36 if he's there. Tim Jim, thank you for the $5 donation. I want to tackle. I'm tired of our O-line being bad, but I don't mind Simmons, and I'm praying for a trade down. Tim Jim, you and me, we have the same exact mindset. Identical mindset. I could have wrote in that super chat. So, yeah, I'm completely in agreement with that. What you went to Notre Dame? Chase Claypool. Hog Mollies, man. Isaiah Simmons is the most nimble hog molly out there. Big Drake says. How you feel about Chase Claypool? I'll catch you at Bad Dog later. I'm out. You have a great night, Kevin. How do I feel about Chase Claypool? I like him. I think he's good. He reminds me a lot of Evan Ingram. People ask me about him a lot. He reminds me a lot of Evan Ingram. A lot of people were saying he was a tight end wide receiver hybrid. Kind of like Ingram. Same height, same weight, same 40 time. Reminds me a lot of Evan Ingram. Andrew Christopher, the infamous High. Ola there, Mr. Andrew Christopher. Thanks for popping on the stream. Love your videos. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Russell, man. Thanks for being here, buddy. Yeah, we're going to end it. Well, you know, we'll end this at, I got to take a break. We'll end this at 10 minutes. We'll end it at 3:05. But thank you to everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. Thoughts on Josh Jones at 36? If he's there, depending if we didn't go tackle in the first, which I think we're going to do, yeah, all aboard Josh Jones at 36. If we took a tackle, I'm not even entertaining Josh Jones at 36. This draft can make us or set us back. Of course, that's every draft, but this draft specifically. Think about all the change to this team. New quarterback, new coaching staff on all levels, coordinators, defense, everything. Second-year quarterback, new coach, everything. You got the links in the description below. It's going to be on bad 1 to 3, 1 to 3:30, and then come back on, or probably a little earlier because we start at 6, so probably like 12 to 2, 12 to 2:15 tomorrow, 2 hours. Then take like 4-hour break and then go live for day 2. So probably going to do something similar. Blake Martinez is yeah, he's not great. Blake Martinez is not great. What are the odds the Giants trade down tonight? If you would have asked me that 3 days ago, I would have said 50%. 2 days ago, I would have, even yesterday at some point, I probably would have said 45, 50%. I'd say like 15% now. I think it could happen, but I don't think it's likely. DJ Smooth with the $2 donation. Worry what Young is going to beat us twice a year. DJ Smooth. You know what's and DJ Smooth, I love you. Thank you for all the support on the channel. And I always like to debate. You know, whenever I raise my voice, don't think I'm yelling at you. I'm just passionate. It's ironic, being that you don't want to take a tackle, and you hate that Chase Young's going to beat us twice a year. Wouldn't you want somebody to try to prevent that from happening by taking a tackle? That's the other thing I always say. Everybody that's so upset about not getting Chase Young, wouldn't you want to do everything in your power to have a guy for the next 10 years that could block that guy for the next 10 years? Just saying. Andy Reid, thank you so much for the $5 donation. Andy Reid, I break chairs. I got the inside scoop. The Miami Dolphins have their eye and going all in on Bo Callahan. Hopefully someone will understand this. Bo Callahan, he's a movie character. Bo Callahan, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what movie, but he's a movie character. Love Highsmith and Ane will either be there. Yes, one of them is going to be there for sure, Jeremy, if not both. Chris, will you be giving instant draft grades tonight? Yeah, I will. After every pick, I will definitely give a, you know, it's not gonna have graphics or anything, but yeah, I'll give my opinion on each pick. Now the early picks are easy. You know, I could already tell you Joe Burrow A, Chase Young A. After that, it gets interesting. So yeah, I'll definitely give my my grade on each pick for sure. Yeah. And I'll talk about the need, you know, for each team, what I think their biggest needs are. I'll try to do my best. Absolutely, yes. Don't want Young to beat us? Take the tackle. Duh, exactly. That's what's ironic. The thing that's ironic to me, I said it last night. I am not even a Daniel Jones cheerleader. I think Daniel Jones could be very good. I'm not ready to say he's very good yet. I think he could be. I think he's shown that he could be. I got to see more. But I am of the mindset of I want to protect this guy at all costs because he's our franchise quarterback. He's the future of this team. A lot of the people that think that Daniel Jones is this immortal quarterback, you know, some people think that he's going to be a top 5 quarterback, don't want to take a tackle. That's what's ironic to me. If Daniel Jones is the future of this franchise, and you think he's going to be Pat Mahomes, or you think he's going to be close to Pat Mahomes, don't you want to make sure the guy stays on his feet and he's healthy for the remainder of his career? That's what's ironic to me. Let's see what we got here. Check Rannon's tweet on who do you want to draft and see the votes. Well, Taco, I'm not surprised by that. I know who you guys want to draft. I'm not surprised by that. I've done the polls. The more protection we give DJ, the easier it will be for him to perform. Yeah. Who do you hate more, Cowboys or the Eagles? Eagles. And it has more to do with the fact that the Eagles have been more successful. But the Eagles, and they always beat us. Got to do a video with Vic. I would love to do a video with Vic. Uncle Vic is great. I would love to do a video with Vic. Chris, it's simple. First offensive tackle, second center. Take what you can after that. Yeah. Simple as that, man. You know what? It's not, to be fair, Todd, it's not as simple as that in the second round. It's not as fair as that in the second round. Because we don't know what centers are going to be there. We don't know what players are going to drop to us. If Patrick Queen is there or Caleb Chase-Son is there, you got to think long and hard about doing that. But in an ideal world for me, realistically speaking, Ruiz falls to us. And we take the center and we get the tackle. It all depends on who's there in the second round, though. I don't know who's going to be there. That's just my opinion, though. Christian, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, who had more talent coming out, Clowney or Young? I say Young. Young. Clowney to me was kind of like a highlight film guy who had all, he has all these physical attributes. But you go back, I mean, if I could be wrong, he didn't have these gaudy numbers in college. Chase Young was going to break the sack record all time in college this year had he not been suspended. I think he had like 17 sacks. I think the record's like 21 or 22, and he's playing in the Big Ten. Chase Young is a much more accomplished college player than Clowney. Tago, thank you so much for the... I agree with you, Jeremy. I think he's going to go 26 to the Dolphins, Ruiz. I agree with you. I'm talking dream world, but I agree with you. Tago with the $2 donation. Check and say it nice and loud. I know. I would guess it's 70% because when I've read my polls, Simmons is going anywhere from 65 to 75%. So that would be my guess. So tell me if I'm right. Los with the $2 donation says, let's get these hogs. Offensive tackle and center, let's go. And the other thing I'll say is Twitter seems to be even more so. My channel is probably, I would say Twitter's even more. I would say 80%. Twitter is so against taking a tackle. 80 or 85%. I'll say 80 or 85%. My channel's like 65, 70%. Twitter's even more. I'll go 85%. Chris, I'm really leaning towards Thomas. Thomas makes a tackle has always made the most sense to me. Chris, heading out for now. Let's get this draft right and let's go Big Blue. That's right, my man. The shocker. I don't want him. Jeremy, don't say it. Don't say it. I honestly don't care about who we take in the first 2 rounds. I'm more excited about the... Well, that's where championships are won, Steven. That's where championships are won. I gotta go. Can't wait for the draft, but right now I am going outside. Cheers, NFL DNA, man. Enjoy the outdoors. Yeah, we're gonna end this in 3 minutes. We'll end it at 3:05. Could the Saints trade up for Simmons? No, that's too far of a jump. You're talking like, well, it depends where Simmons drops. If Simmons drops to like 12 or 13, which I don't think is going to happen, it's possible. If he goes where people think, no. Derek Brown is going to... No, he's not. No, he's not. No, he's not. Get the hogs, Mead says. Get the hogs. None of the tackles can block Chase Young one-on-one. Probably not. Not their first year for sure. Probably not their first year. But at the end of the day, you got to try. And like I said, this is the strongest tackle class in the last... This is going to be the first tackle class in 30 years, if it happens, where 4 guys go in the first 15 picks. Tells you it's a strong class. It's a big need for the Giants. You can't get upset if they take a tackle in a class that is a very strong tackle class. You can't get upset about it. I know it's a boring pick. I know you're not going to rush out there by their jerseys. It's a clear need. Joseph, have a great one. Moose, have a great one. Get me Will, stupid. And Taco, thank you so much for the $2 donation. He says, Simmons 99%, entertain offensive tackle 1%. You know what? If that's what it is, Taco, I'm going to argue my side until it comes on. I don't care. I knew when I had this take from the start, once Simmons started running these crazy 40 times, that you guys, the majority of Giants fans, were going to say Simmons. I'm standing by my opinion, not changing it. I thought that they should take a tackle since week 12 against the Jets. I'm not changing my opinion. And if they take a tackle, I'm going to be happy tonight. We're going to see what happens, though. We're going to see what happens. But thank you guys for tuning in to the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope you guys go into the link in the description and go check out Bad Dog Sports tonight. I'm really looking forward to doing the stream. We're going to be live from 7 o'clock till the end of the first round. And I'm going to have my video up on whoever we draft after, of course. And probably my reaction video. Probably do the same thing again. So hope you guys come on by. Really looking forward to it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. All the love you guys always show my channel. Whether or not you agree with my opinion or not. You come here. You listen to it. You give me feedback. We're all passionate Giant fans at the end of the day. We all want what's best for this team. And hopefully whoever they pick tonight is the right pick. That's all you can hope for. But thank you guys for tuning in the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Taco, have a great one, man. Thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. Please, offensive tackle. Please, offensive tackle. No, do we take the... No. And Christian says, pray for Chase Young to fall. Be safe. Yeah, we can all pray for Chase Young to fall. We can all pray for Chase Young to fall. Have a great one, guys. Have a great one.